Hello students, good evening you all. Only one day left for our final examination, 20th our final examination, science exam. I hope you all are seriously preparing for your final exam. Yesterday there was a physics live marathon, and day before yesterday there was a chemistry. Today we are going to discuss biology, all 5 chapters, important concepts, important topics. Our target is to get 100 out of 100 in science. So you all are ready? Shall we start? I hope you all are revising properly at home. Good, very good. Now I'm going to discuss incorrect, correct statements, assertion, reason, diagrammatic questions, 5-mark questions, 3-mark questions. So I hope you all are ready. But my small request, everyone, whoever attending this session, all of you keep NCERT with you, textbook with you. I'll show some statements and I will ask you the reference from NCERT. So all of you open NCERT and sit. Clear, students? Shall we start? Good, very good. Look at the first question. First question from life process chapter. First question. Look at here. This question is tell us, given below are 4 statements, select the incorrect statement. Incorrect one. They're asking incorrect one. Now first statement. Look at the first statement. Animals like amphibians or many reptiles have 3-chambered heart and tolerate some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated bloodstream. Is this statement correct or wrong? Any one of you, is this statement correct or wrong? This statement is absolutely, what tell me? Correct. 3-chamber of heart, amphibians and reptiles except crocodile, 3-chamber of heart, they can tolerate the mixed one. Look at fishes on the other hand have only 2-chamber to their heart and the blood is pumped into the lungs, is oxygenated there and passed directly to the rest of the body. Is this statement is correct? Is this statement is correct? Look at that. Look at the statement once again. It is given the blood is pumped into the lungs or into the gills. Any one of you tell me, it is the lungs or gills? In fishes, the blood is not pumped into the lungs. It pumped into the what? Gills. So this statement is wrong. So second statement is wrong. Look at here. Second statement wrong. Third statement I'm reading. In humans, the carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs for the carbon dioxide removed, and oxygenated blood from lungs has to be brought back to the heart. This oxygen rich blood is then pumped into the rest of the body. Statement 3 is correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? Can any one of you tell me? Statement 3. Look at the statement 4. This statement correct. Option 3 also correct. Statement 3 correct. Statement 4. Blood consists of a fluid medium called lymph in which the cells are suspended. Option D. That means last statement is correct or wrong? Last statement correct or wrong? Any one of you answer me. What is wrong in the last statement? Sir, in the last statement, blood consists of a fluid medium called lymph. It is not lymph. Something is given here in the textbook. Tell me what is this something? It's not lymph. What is this liquid fluid medium? Any one of you? Plasma. Absolutely. Aditya, Sabbas. Very good, my dear. So here I can write what? Tell me plasma. So they are asking what in the question? They are asking select the incorrect statement. How many incorrect statement? Tell me. Fourth one is incorrect. Second one is incorrect. So second and fourth one is incorrect. Option B is the correct answer. I don't know how many of you given. Very good. Absolutely correct. So correct, incorrect statement. If you read NCERT, direct to points are there. Direct statement from NCERT I am showing you, students. So everyone should be very careful before you attend the final examination, especially life process chapter, high weightage chapter. We should focus on photosynthesis, human digestion, human respiratory system and cellular respiration, excretion, body fluid. This major 5 different hotspot area we should focus. Look at the second question. Question number 2. Question number 2, incorrect statement. Identify the incorrect statement from the following. Again, they're asking incorrect statement. Look at the first question. First statement. Many unicellular organisms remove these waste by simple diffusion. Is correct or not? Unicellular organism. If you have NCERT excretion topic open, in the excretion topic it's clearly given unicellular organisms remove this waste by simple diffusion. Very good, Karthik, and correct. This statement is correct. Next, from the body surface into the surrounding water, correct. Next, complex multicellular organism use specialized organs to perform excretion function. Absolutely correct. Can any one of you tell me what is our specialized organs to perform excretion? We have a pair of, what, tell me, kidney. Yes or no? Kidneys are their excretory organs we have because we are multicellular, highly complicated organisms. Look at the statement 3. The excretory system of human being include a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, a pair of urinary bladder and urethra. Statement 3 correct or incorrect? Statement 3 correct or incorrect? Very good. Very good. Who is this? Kirtan. Good. Very good. Third statement is wrong. What is wrong in the third statement, my dear? Can you tell me? Third statement, something is wrong. What is that something? Something is wrong in third statement. Something is wrong. Any one of you? Did you identify? What is that? What is it? Tell me. Look at here. What is given? Excretory system of human being include a pair of kidney. Correct. And a pair of ureter. This is also correct. And a pair of urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is one. Urinary bladder is one. Absolutely correct. Very good. Right. White mango. Correct answer, my dear. It is a one. It is not paired structure. So this statement is wrong. Statement 3 is the wrong statement. Urine is produced in kidney, pass through the ureter into the urinary bladder where it is stored until they release and pass through the urethra. Statement correct. They're asking what? Tell me. Incorrect statement, right? So fourth statement also correct. Some substance in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salts and major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed. This statement also correct. But remember all of you, in the exam, glucose and amino acids, how glucose and amino acid both are undergo reabsorption by active process. What is the meaning of active process? For the reabsorption of glucose and amino acid need ATP. Keep in mind. ATP reabsorption. That means second time undergoing absorption into the blood. First time in the small intestine after digestion. Second time filtration, ultrafiltration after urine formation from the filtrate, they are undergoing reabsorption back. So what is the correct answer? Option only 1, 2, 3, only 3, 4, 5. What is the correct answer? Any one of you tell me? What is the correct answer here? Which was the following is the incorrect? Only 3. Option C is the correct answer. Till here everything clear? Am I clear? So we cover 2 incorrect correct statements. Statement based question from life process chapter. Look at the next question. Next question. Identify A, B, C in the given figure. This is a structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast structure. Photosynthesis topic, thoroughly prepare and go. Photosynthesis events, photosynthesis experiment, photosynthesis structure of leaf, properly prepare and go. So A, the junctions, the connections between the grana to grana, this A I can write stroma lamella. This we can write what will be stroma lamella. Okay, stroma lamella. And then B I can write grana or thylakoid, granum, or we can write thylakoids. Okay, thylakoid. Last one is called what? Tell me. C is stroma. Remember all of you, stroma. My dear students, remember in the stroma only carbon dioxide convert into glucose. NCRIT mentioned in 10th grade. The third step is conversion of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate. This is the carbohydrate. Glucose, inorganic substance from carbon dioxide, organic glucose formation takes place in stroma. Remember, most important thing, carbon dioxide convert into glucose. Am I clear? So where this process takes place? This process takes place in C. C is what? Tell me, stroma. Here, light reactions. Here, in thylakoid, light reaction takes place. Light reaction takes place means what is the meaning of light reaction here? Do you remember the second event? Tell me. The second event is conversion of light energy into chemical energy, breakdown of water, splitting of water. That process takes place in thylakoid. Remember, HOT questions or little analytical thinking questions come. Don't get confused. Properly read the question and answer. Light reaction takes place in thylakoid and carbon dioxide convert into carbohydrate like glucose takes place in stroma. All of you mark this one. Clear? So far everything clear? Next. Look at it. The question is, what will be the number of carbon dioxide? What will be the number of carbon dioxide need to generate 1 molecule of glucose in photosynthesis. How many carbon dioxide molecule require? Any one of you tell me? Any one of you tell me how many carbon dioxide molecules required for the synthesis of 1 molecule of glucose? Good, very good, absolutely correct. Because when you write the equation, photosynthesis equation, tell me 6 molecule of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecule, or you can write inside given 12 molecule of water molecules. So, no, water. Next, in presence of sunlight and chloroplast. Yes. Now, what happened? Tell me C6H12O6 glucose plus 6 molecule of oxygen plus 6 molecule of water. This is the exactly photosynthesis equation is given. But hold a minute, all of you. Many questions are hidden in this equation. Carefully listen. This water molecule break down to give oxygen. What is the source of oxygen in photosynthesis? The source of oxygen in photosynthesis is water. When water breakdown takes place, oxygen release. Keep in mind, all of you. When water breakdown, who will break the water? Any one of you tell me who will break the water in photosynthesis? Any one of you who will break the water in photosynthesis? I need fast answer. We have no time. Next, after 1 day, 24 hours after we have exam. Who will break down the water? Sunlight will break down the water. Sunlight will break down the water. You got my point? You understand my point? So tell me, water is given to the oxygen. Next, this carbon dioxide will convert into what? Tell me, glucose. You got my point? Carbon dioxide convert into glucose. Remember, all of you. So the source, remember, all of you. Now look at here. I'm going to cover something. Careful, look at here. This is one plant. This is one plant. Careful, look at here. Now I'm providing two things to this plant. What is the two things? Tell me. Number one, I'm giving water here, water. Okay, water I'm giving to plant, and carbon dioxide through stomata, carbon dioxide also the plant is taking. This is sunlight. Now all of you try to understand what I'm explaining. Now it take the sunlight, break the water, from water oxygen release and some amount of ATP release. With the help of this ATP, carbon dioxide convert into glucose. Students, in the exam, if question come, what happen when you are not giving or when you are not providing carbon dioxide? When you stop providing carbon dioxide to plant, no formation of glucose. There is no synthesis of glucose. When no glucose, how can you identify? Iodine test. When iodine test if you are conducting, there will be no dark blue color. If starch is there, only blue color can form. Did you get me? Now, but what happens if you are not giving water to plant? If you are not giving water to plant, there is no glucose formation, no oxygen releasing. Remember, no oxygen releasing. My dear student, remember, that's why two inorganic substances are very important for photosynthesis for the formation of glucose. Number one, water molecule. Number two, carbon dioxide. Very, very important. Keep in mind. Till here, everything clear? So I can go with what? Tell me 6 molecule of carbon dioxide. This question answer is what? Tell me option D, 6 molecule of carbon dioxide required. Till here, everything clear? Shall we move on to the next question? Look at the next question. This is TS of leaf. Carefully look at the question and answer me. Look at what is given. The diagram shows the arrangement of cells inside the leaf of green plant. Now, the number of cells contained this shown, and which cells are normally contain the chloroplast they mentioned. There are 4 different type of cells given. Now, number 1, number 3, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Which all cells have chloroplast? Which all cells involved in the photosynthesis? They are asking. Any one of you? Come on, fast answer. Sir, here in this question, chlorophyll present in the mesophyll cell. This 2 is called what? Tell me, mesophyll cell. Am I clear? Mesophyll cell consists what? Tell me, green color pigment. Here these all are green color pigment. Photosynthesis takes place. Clear, student? And here spongy. This spongy parenchyma also little number of what is there? Chloroplast is there. But so spongy parenchyma is not given here. Come to the third one. Third one is actually epidermis, lower epidermis. Now the fourth one, you know, This fourth one, any one of you can guess what is this fourth cell name? This fourth one is actually guard cell. Guard cell. Guard cells consist what? Guard cell consist chlorophyll. Photosynthesis takes place. Guard cells are the one which is important and involved in the closing and opening of stomata. I told you in the theory class, guard cells are the one which close and open the stomata. Through this small opening is called what, beta? This small opening is known as stomata. Through this stomata, carbon dioxide entered inside, oxygen will started to come out. So this is actually exchange of gaseous mechanism. So answer is what? Second one can have the chlorophyll. Next to fourth one also. Answer is what? 2 and 4, option D. Are you following me? Till here everything clear? Guard cells. Very good. Absolutely. Aditya, correct. Next video game. Correct, my dear, video game. Next question. Look at the next question. This is little typical. Try to answer this question, any one of you. In photosynthesis, which substance are used up? Which substance are used up? Which are produced? Which are necessary but remain unchanged after reaction? Which are used up? Which are produced? Which are remain constant, unchanged after this reaction? They are asking. Carefully look at here. Number 1, used up carbon dioxide, used up, correct. Produce water, okay. Next, remain unchanged is what? Tell me. Remain unchanged is no, oxygen is not answer. Come to the option 2. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll can come unchanged, remain unchanged particle can come. Right? Produce carbon dioxide, no, oxygen will produce. Right? Option 3. Oxygen will used up, carbon dioxide will used up. Now here I'm writing the option is water used up, oxygen produced, chlorophyll. And I told you students, water molecule break down to give oxygen in presence of chlorophyll. Sunlight will do this. Sunlight break the water and produce the oxygen and energy. So the correct answer is option D is the right answer. Am I clear? Are you with me? Good, very good, absolutely correct. Good, very good. What about this question? Human digestive system, very important. Pepsin, trypsin, amylase enzyme, duodenum, every part you should understand carefully. Look at here. They mention certain glands here. Option 1, this first gland is what? Salivary gland. Salivary gland, right? Next, second one is called what? Second one is liver. Liver, digestive gland, liver. Next, third one I can write stomach, right? Next, fourth one I can write pancreatic gland. Pancreatic gland, heterocrine gland, pancreatic gland. It is also called mixed gland, right? Next, fifth one is called colon. Colon is a large intestine. Large intestine. So answer me, in the question they given, the diagram shows the human gut, which number structure secrete digestive enzymes. They mentioned digestive enzymes. Which number? 1, 3 and 4. Why not 2, my dear? 2 will not produce that enzymes. 2 will not produce any enzyme. Can any one of you tell me this 2 produce something called what? Bile. Bile. You know, I told you in the class, bile juice does not contain any digestive enzyme, but bile juice is important for something. Bile juice is important for something. Bile juice does not contain any enzymes, but bile juice is important for something. I don't know what is the process called. Any one of you tell me? Any one of you tell me? This bile juice is important for the emulsification, bile salts. Yes, bile not contain any digestive enzyme. Emulsification, yes. This emulsification process takes place in the duodenum here. This duodenum, small intestine. On the emulsified fats, remember, hold a minute, all of you carefully listen here. If amylases act on the start, that is a chemical reaction because enzyme involving. Protein digestion, enzyme involving. Fat digestion, enzyme involving. But emulsification process is a mechanical process. Emulsification process there is no enzyme involved. You got my point? So large macro fat molecules convert into small micro fat molecules. That process called emulsification. Bile juice is essential for that process. Keep in mind, because in bile there is a bile salts are there, sodium oxycholate, sodium glycolate, different type of salts essential for this emulsification process. So I can write salivary glands produce salivary amylase enzyme, starch digestion, stomach pepsin, and one more enzyme called renin enzyme is there. Both are protein digesting enzyme. Pancreatic trypsin enzyme, pancreatic lipase enzyme, pancreatic amylase enzyme, pancreatic trypsin undergo activation in where? Alkaline medium. Pepsin under HCl acidic medium. Keep in mind. So I can write the answer is what? Tell me 1, 3 and 4. But here in colon, large intestine colon, there will be a large absorption of water. Reabsorption of water takes place. In where? In the large intestine. Keep in mind. Large intestine, absorption of water takes place. Good. Very good. Next question. Can any one of you find out the correct answer of this question? Which of the following options best represent the enzyme composition of pancreatic juice? Pancreatic juice best composition they are asking. Any one of you? Come on, answer this question. In this question, wherever pepsin and renin enzyme is there, leave it that option. Because pepsin and also renin are the part of gastric juices. That means stomach. Here they are asking only pancreatic juice. Find out the correct answer. How many of you option? C, good, very good, very good. Let me check here. Amylase enzyme, pepsin enzyme. No, I'm sorry, this is not correct. Pepsin is in the stomach, not by the pancreas. Next, peptidase, amylase. Again, pepsin come and renin also is there. No, leave it. Next, option C, lipase, correct. Amylase, correct. Trypsinogen, correct. Next, amylase. Okay, I agree with this one. Peptidase, trypsinogen and renin also coming here. No. So the correct answer is option C. Are you with me, kids? Good. Very good. Very good. Absolutely correct. So the right answer is option C. Remember, trypsin. This trypsinogen and pepsinogen. These two are active or inactive form, students. These two enzymes are active form or inactive form? Any one of you tell me, active or inactive? So what is it? Renin is also protein, milk protein digestive enzyme in the stomach. But is actually this renin is high concentration renin present in the infants. When slowly age increasing, renin production in the stomach slowly get down. So remember, pepsin protein digestive enzyme, renin milk protein digestive enzyme. Now these two are actually, tell me, these two are actually in active form, inactive form. Inactive form. This trypsinogen will be convert into what? Tell me. This trypsinogen convert into active form called what? Trypsin. Under alkaline medium. Remember, in duodenum. Now what about this one? Pepsinogen convert into pepsin. Can any one of you help me out here? Who is involving? Who is converting pepsinogen into pepsin? Come on. I really don't know. Any one of you tell me pepsinogen convert into pepsin by something. Come on, fast. Something is converting pepsinogen into pepsin. So this is done by, very good, absolutely correct, HCl, acidic medium. Very good, absolutely correct. HCl, acidic medium, absolutely correct. Very good, my dear. So the correct answer is option C is the right answer. Good. Come to the next one. Identify the enzyme A involved in the above reaction. Proteins convert into peptones. Protein digestion convert into peptones. Peptones further digested into amino acid in the small intestine. So here A, what is A? Any one of you. Whenever proteins are converted into peptone, this must be takes place in where? Stomach. So I give hint. So A is what? Any one of you tell me. A is good, very good, absolutely correct. That is pepsin enzyme. So here I am writing what? Tell me, in presence of pepsin enzyme. So salivary amylase does not act on dash. Protein. It does not act on protein. Salivary amylase acts on carbohydrate, starch, convert into dextrose. But starch digestion. In where? In buccal cavity. Keep in mind, buccal cavity. But salivary amylase does not contain protein digestive enzyme. Remember, that's why in our mouth, if you are eating chicken and also bread, or chicken and also rice, rice is a carbohydrate, digestion started in the mouth only, but chicken, no. Meat, a protein digestion does not start in the buccal cavity, it takes place, it starts in the stomach because pepsin enzyme is there, remember, right? So the right answer, I can go with option C is the correct answer, pepsin. Right? Now, I have a small question. Any one of you answer me. If I draw the structure, this is esophagus. Esophagus open into a stomach like this. This is a stomach, right? Now, we know in the walls of stomach, there is a gastric glands are there. Here, this entirely gastric glands are there, right? These all are gastric glands. Now, any one of you tell me, student, this gastric glands secrete one juice. Gland secrete one juice. The juice name is called, what, tell me? Gastric juice, right? Gastric juice. Any one of you answer me, gastric juice composition is what? In the gastric juice, what all present? In gastric juice, three major components are there. Point number one, sir, in gastric juice, the highly acidic HCl is there. In gastric juice, protein digested enzyme pepsin is there. And the last one is, I don't know, any one of you help me out. In this gastric juice, the third component is what? Third component is what? Any one of you, fast. Third component is HCl, okay, fine. Mucus, Aditya, absolutely correct. Here I can write what, tell me? Mucus. Remember, this mucus is actually protecting the lining of stomach from HCl. Remember, okay. Now this side is what? There is a big gland is there. The gland name is called liver, and there is a pancreatic gland also there. Good. Look at here. Very, very important, respiration. I'm not talking about the human breathing respiratory system. I'm talking about respiration process. Respiration. Is there a difference? Is there, sir? Yes, difference is there. I'll explain you. Look at here. Which substance are produced by anaerobic respiration in yeast? Anaerobic respiration in yeast. Anaerobic respiration in yeast. If you take glucose convert into 2 molecule of pyruvic acid, right? Pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid, absence of oxygen, it convert into C2H5OH ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Yes, this is exactly anaerobic respiration, right? So we'll calculate this one. Here it is 6 carbons are there. Okay, each pyruvic acid is 3 carbon compounds. We have 2 molecules, so 3 to the 6 carbons are there. So here 2, so I'm writing 2 molecule of ethanol and 2 molecule of carbon dioxide, energy form. In this reaction, is there any water molecule produced, students? In this reaction, water molecule produced, you answer me? No water molecule. So find out the correct answer. Come on, find out the correct answer. Sir, carbon dioxide, yes, carbon dioxide is there. Carbon dioxide, done. Tick mark. Carbon dioxide is there. Alcohol, look at the ethyl alcohol is there. Correct. Ethyl alcohol is there. Lactic acid, no lactic acid, sir. Lactic acid did not form. Next, water molecule also did not form. So the correct answer is option A. Am I clear? Till very good. Absolutely correct. Very good. Now, hold a minute. Hang on. Now here I'm writing, this is pyruvic acid. This is 2 molecule of pyruvic acid. 2 molecule of pyruvic acid. Now this 2 molecule of pyruvic acid, lack of oxygen. Come on, anyone of you answer me. Lack of oxygen, what will come? Lack of oxygen in the muscle, 2 products will come. Any one of it will, 2 products will come. Lack of oxygen. Fast. You understand my point? Right, fast. Now look at here, in this one, look at here. This is what the carbon dioxide, alcohol, lactic acid. Here this lactic acid we should write here. What we should write, tell me? Lactic acid we should write. So tell me here, lactic acid, 2 molecule of lactic acid plus energy. Remember all of you. Sir, why 2? There is no carbon dioxide. Remember, students, all of you, no carbon dioxide production in the lactic acid form. That means absence, a lack of oxygen in the skeletal muscle. Remember, aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, carbon dioxide will produce. But in lactic acid muscle, absence of lack of oxygen in muscle, no CO2 production. Remember, all of you. I hope you all are following me. Good, very good. What about this question? What about this question? It is clearly mentioned. Carbon dioxide is transported from tissues to respiratory surface only by is given. We know blood composition we discussed in the class. Blood composition. What is the blood composition? If I take this is the blood capillary. In the blood, there is 55% of, what is there, tell me? 55% of plasma. This entire fluid portion is called what, my dear student? Plasma. This is plasma. In this blood, there are cells. What are the cells? Tell me. RBC. Right? RBC cells are there. Next, WBC cells are there. Here I am writing white blood cells are there. These are the WBC cells. Like this. WBC cells are there. Next, last one is called, there are platelets also there. This is called blood composition. This is called blood composition. Let me write here. This one is called plasma. And this one is called RBC. This one is platelet. This one is called WBC. My dear students, carefully listen what I'm explaining. If I take one RBC out, if I take this is one RBC I'm taking out, in the RBC, there is respiratory protein pigment is there. You know what is this respiratory protein called? Any one of you answer me. This respiratory protein name is respiratory pigment. What is this respiratory pigment name? Sir, the respiratory pigment name is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. Careful, look at hemoglobin. They talk about the this one. What about that? This one, carbon dioxide, right? So this is blood. Okay, this is blood. Now this is tissue. Look at it. This is tissue. Tissue producing carbon dioxide. Look at this is cell. This is mitochondria nucleus. This is mitochondria. Student, from this mitochondria, carbon dioxide entered into the RBC. So carbon dioxide react with hemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin. So carbon dioxide transport in the form of dissolve, and also carbon dioxide react with RBC, that means hemoglobin, and carbon dioxide here also react dissolve in where? Plasma. Solubility of carbon dioxide is much higher than the oxygen, so dissolve form also. So plasma also through carbon dioxide transportation takes place. Carbon dioxide transportation also done by RBC. Look at the question. Look at the question. The question tells us carbon dioxide transported to tissue through the respiratory organ is plasma and erythrocyte. Erythrocyte mean RBC, student, red blood cells. Do not get confused in the exam. HOT questions going to come. Analytical questions going to come. You should be very keenly observe the question and write the answer. Erythrocytes mean RBC. So plasma, RBC. Only plasma, no. Only erythrocytes, no. Erythrocytes and leukocytes means WBC. How can WBC involve in the carbon dioxide transportation? WBC don't have hemoglobin. So what is the correct answer, my dear? The right answer is option A is the correct answer. Till here everything clear? Did you get this question? Did you get this question, my dear student? Leukocyte mean WBC. Yes. Vaishnavi, WBC, leukocytes involve the defense mechanism, not for the transportation of gases. Clear? Done? Very good. Next question. Next question. Look at here. Look at here. What is given in this question? Little advanced question this is. Little advanced question. Look at. Blood analysis of a patient reveals an unusual high quantity of carboxyhemoglobin. Carboxyhemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin is different. Carboxyhemoglobin is different. I will teach you now. Content. Okay. Which of the following conclusion is most likely to be correct? The patient has been inhaled polluted air containing unusual high content of. All of you pay attention for 2 minutes. This is, look at it, hemoglobin HB. This is hemoglobin HB. Look at it. It is smiling, very happy. Hemoglobin. If you give hemoglobin to 3 gases, gas number 1 is carbon monoxide, gas number 2 is carbon dioxide, gas number 3 is oxygen. Hemoglobin high affinity towards first carbon monoxide. High affinity towards carbon monoxide. If carbon monoxide, after that one, it high affinity towards what, tell me? Carbon dioxide. After that, high affinity or very less affinity to the oxygen. Now, when carbon dioxide is react with the hemoglobin, it form carb amino hemoglobin, which is temporary compound. After that, it will be dissociated to form carbon dioxide and hemoglobin separate. It will separate. But hold on, look at here all of. If this carbon monoxide react with hemoglobin, it form carboxyhemoglobin. Which is permanent. Permanent means it will not leave the hemoglobin tightly bound. So hemoglobin molecule lost, hemoglobin molecule damage. You got my point? You understand my point? That means compare with these two gases, which is the highly polluted gas, tell me? Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, which is the highly polluted one? You answer me now. Kirtan, come on my dear. Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, highly polluted. Which is the highly polluted one, which is very dangerous to damage the hemoglobin? You answer me. Come on, think all of you. Yes, absolutely, Aditya, correct. Carbon dioxide is not that much of poison, that much of dangerous. Compare with what? Compare with carbon. So find out the correct answer. Find out the correct answer now. So the right answer of this question, sir, it is not carbon disulfide, chlorofluoroform, carbon monoxide, high polluted carbon monoxide. Absolutely. Yes, carbon monoxide. Good. This type of HOT, little higher order thinking questions, prepare and go. Okay. Look at the next question. Assertion and reason question. Assertion reason questions are very important. Everyone should prepare assertion reason, because eventually you will lose the marks in assertion reason only. 2 mark you will get full mark, 5 mark you will get full mark, case study also will get full mark. But MCQ and assertion reason you will lose the marks. So today I am going to discuss assertion reason also. Carefully listen here. Assertion. Carbohydrate digestion mainly takes place in small intestine. Correct or not? Assertion is correct or not? Come on. Carbohydrate digestion mainly takes place in small intestine. Come on. Next option, next reason. Pancreatic juice contain enzyme pepsin. Come on, what is your answer? It began in mouth, okay. Okay, so what is the correct answer? Which one is correct? Which one is wrong? Sir, assertion carbohydrate digestion mainly takes place in small intestine, correct. But reason is what? Pancreatic juice contain pepsin enzyme or trypsin enzyme? Pepsin enzyme or trypsin? Sir, trypsin I told you. So the right answer is what? A is true, R is false. Very good, Sabas. Absolutely correct. Very good, Angeline. Very good. What about this question? What about this question? Circulatory system question. Careful look at your diagrammatic question, little H-word advanced question. The given figure shows schematic plan of blood circulation in humans with label A to D. Identify the label given the functions. Label given the functions. Now look at here. This blood vessel is going from lungs to blood. A must be what? A must be pulmonary dash. Pulmonary, I don't know. Any one of you answer pulmonary vein. Yes or no? Any one of you tell me what is B? B, what is B? Come on. B means what? Here B is what? What exactly B here? I need answer. Sir, this is oxygenated blood is going to the all part of the body. That means B must be aorta. Am I correct? B must be aorta, right? B must be aorta. Yes, very good. Absolutely correct. Next, C is what? Vena cava. This is what? Tell me. Vena cava. Yes or no? C is what? Tell me. Vena cava. Next, D is what? D is from here. It's going to the lungs. So D is pulmonary artery. Find out the correct answer. I'll be silence. Come on, any one of you find out the correct answer. Option A, very good. Kirtan, good. Next, aorta. Next, good. Prithvi, good. Very good. Now look at what is given. C vena cava takes blood from body part to right auricle. Correct. What's wrong in D? D dorsal aorta. Where is D? D is not dorsal aorta, my dear. I'm sorry, this is wrong. Next, A pulmonary vein. A is pulmonary vein, correct. Takes impure blood from body parts. What's wrong in C? What's wrong in C? Fatima, what's wrong in C? It's correct only. It's correct only. Pulmonary vein takes impure blood to this one. Any one of you tell me, is there any wrong in there in the C? Any one of you, Aditya, Fatima, any one of you think? Yes, absolutely. Aditya, very good, my dear. Pure, but it is not impure. Look at here. This is impure. That means deoxygenated. It is not deoxygenated, it is oxygenated. It is pure blood, not impure. So this statement wrong. Pulmonary artery takes blood from heart to lungs. B is aorta. It is aorta. So option A is the correct answer. Option A is the right answer. Very good. Yes, absolutely correct. Good. Absolutely. Circulatory system thoroughly prepare and go. Schematic representation can come. Next question. Match the item given the column 1 whose column 2 and select the correct option is given. Column 1 and column 2. Two things they're given here. We learned the entire what they call human heart structure, right? This is human heart, right? No, like this. This is right auricle and this is ventricle. Here there is what tell me a cup-like structure. This is what tell me 1, 2, 3 tricuspid wall. Now this is bicuspid wall. Look at here. This is ventricle, right? Now this one is called what tell me bicuspid wall. Tricuspid, bicuspid. What about this one? Tell me. This one is right atrium, like this. Look at here. This is right atrium. This is left atrium. This is left ventricle and this is right ventricle. This one is called what tell me tricuspid wall and this one is called bicuspid wall. Find out the correct answer here. Now we can write tricuspid wall. Tricuspid wall between the right atrium to right ventricle. Find out here where is the right atrium to right ventricle. Between right atrium to right ventricle, I am writing here it is 3 is the right answer. Bicuspid wall between left atrium to left ventricle. Right on here. Where is it? Between right ventricle to no, between left atrium to left ventricle. Now I'm writing this is 1. Semilunar walls between the right ventricle and also pulmonary artery. Where is semilunar walls? Look at here. When blood vessels come out, look at it from here, right ventricle, one blood vessel come out like this. This is pulmonary artery, like this. This is pulmonary artery. Now from here, from the left side, which blood vessel come out? Tell me. Aorta, big blood vessel, greater artery come out like this, like this. You understand? This is the aorta. Here there is a walls are there. This is called semilunar wall. Semilunar walls at the opening of pulmonary artery and aorta. Bicuspid, tricuspid walls between the right and left auricles and ventricles. So the correct answer we can write here. I'm writing what? Tell me. This is 2. So 3, 1, 2 is the correct answer. Clear? Yes, yes, absolutely correct, my dear. Very good. So heart structure and all type of blood vessels, different between the arteries, veins, thoroughly prepare and go. Next question. Any one of you tell me this question. Schematic representation again from circulatory system. One blood vessel is higher pressure, they're asking. Look at here. The diagram represents a part of human circulatory system where is the blood pressure highest. Where the blood pressure is highest. Look at here. From here, from this is what is this? Tell me. Right ventricle, right? From right ventricle, one blood vessel is coming out. This D I can write pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. Right? Now, after purification, this blood is coming down to left auricle. Left auricle. So, A must be pulmonary vein. pulmonary vein. Next, this oxygenated blood going to the all part of the body through B. B must be aorta. B must be aorta. Next, after giving oxygen to the tissue, there is a blood vessel going into the right side, right auricle. C must be vena cava. Vena cava. So, what is your answer? Which of these 4 blood vessel pressure is high? Pressure is high. Good, very good, very good. Absolutely. Aorta. Remember, in B, aorta pressure is high because left ventricle is 3 times thicker than the right ventricle. Left ventricle pressure is high, systolic pressure is high. So I am going with what? B, aorta. Very good, students. Absolutely correct. B is the answer. Very good, very good. Done. Absolutely correct. Sir, I have a question. If you compare pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, which of these 2 pressure is high? Pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, which of these 2 pressure is high? Any one of you? Kirtan, can you guess? Pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, pressure high. Which one consists pressure high? Zoya, Aditya, Fatima, any one of you? Sir? Any one of you? Come on, answer me. Out of these 2, pulmonary artery high pressure, remember. Pulmonary artery high pressure. Pump to the high pressure. So, answer is No. Vaishnavi, not pulmonary vein, beta. Pulmonary artery. That means it is coming from the right ventricle. Pressure is high. Pressure is high. So, after supplying oxygenated blood to the lungs and after purification, the pure blood is coming back. So, pressure less. In pulmonary vein, pressure less compared with pulmonary artery. Keep in mind. Don't get confused. Next. Look at the last question of this circulatory system. Select the option which properly represent the pulmonary circulation in human. Pulmonary circulation in human. Left auricle, deoxygen. No. Left side only dash. Left side only what kind of blood? Left side is oxygenated. Look at the given deoxygenated. So it's wrong. Deoxygenated wrong. Next, left auricle, oxygenated blood, correct. To lungs, no my dear. It is from left auricle to left ventricle to aorta to the whole part of the body. Something wrong in this option B. Next, right ventricle, deoxygenated blood to lungs, oxygenated blood to left auricle is given. Next, right ventricle, oxygenated blood, wrong. So, what is the correct answer here? Option C, yes, correct. Tell me here, right ventricle, deoxygenated blood to lungs. One blood vessel is there in between. Any one of you tell me one blood vessel is there which is carrying the deoxygenated blood to lungs? Pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. Good, very good. So, the right answer, option C, is the correct answer. Good students. Yes, absolutely correct. Now look at the next question. Assertion reason again. Arteries are thick wall and elastic in nature. Statement correct or not? Statement correct or not? Arteries are thick wall, elastic in nature. Reason is given. Arteries have to transport blood away from the heart is given. Come on. What is the correct answer? Good, very good, absolutely. Yes, both statements are correct. Both statements are correct. So, I am going with option B. Arteries have a transported blood away. Veins always towards, artery always away. Pulmonary vein towards, vena cava towards, but artery aorta away, pulmonary artery away from the heart. You understand my point? Next question. Which of the following is not a purpose of transpiration? Which of the following is a not purpose of transpiration? Not a purpose of transpiration. Not. Any one of you? Not a purpose of transpiration. Supplies water for photosynthesis. Okay. Helps in translocation of sugars. Fine. cools the leaf surface, transport mineral from soil to all part of the body, all part of the plant. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Good, 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 very good. Sir, helps in the translocation of sugars is done by what? It is done by something. Helps in translocation of sugar done by, any one of you tell me? Zoya, no my dear, it is not C, it is B. Transpiration involved in the cooling of plants. Correct. Statement correct. They are asking not a purpose. They are asking not a purpose. So we will go with what? This one. Translocation is by phloem tissue. Phloem tissue. Any one of you tell me on which form? In which form the food is going to transport or translocate? In actually it will synthesis in the form of glucose, but it convert into what? Tell me, sucrose and transport. Remember all of. So in the form of a sucrose, it what? Going to phloem tissue with the expenditure of what? ATP, active process. Remember, active process. Then next. Table shows the characteristic of a blood in the given blood vessels of the body. Fine. Which blood vessel contain blood with these characteristics? This characteristic: aorta, pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, and vena cava. What is the characteristic feature here? Oxygen concentration high, carbon dioxide concentration low, pressure high. Answer your question. Come on, come on, answer this one. Come on. Any one of you? Any one of you? Any one of you? Come on, this. What about this one? Any one of you? The aorta. Yes, aorta. The right answer is what? Tell me. The aorta. Option is what? Tell me. Aorta. Did you get my point? Clear? Question option, because that carry the blood away from this one. It is a high pressure blood, right? We'll see. We'll see that also. We'll see. What about this? Find out the incorrect statement. Incorrect statement. See A? Yes, it's A. Okay, fine. What about here? Transpiration helps in absorption and upward movement of water and minerals dissolved in the form of a root and leaf. Is this statement correct? Is this statement correct? It is given in the NCERT. Direct NCERT line it is. Look at here. Transpiration helps in the absorption and upward movement of water and mineral dissolved in from roots to leaf. They are asking what? Incorrect statement they are asking. Question number option 2. Transpiration also helps the temperature regulation. Correct or not? Transpiration also regulates the temperature. True. Yes, it's true. The effect of a root pressure in transport of water is more important at day. During the night, when the stomatas are open, the transpiration pull become the major driving force in the movement of water and xylem. Is this third statement correct? Yes, very good, very good. Aditya, what about this C? C is incorrect. Look at here. It is more important in night. It is not in day, night. So option C, incorrect statement. Yes, yes, incorrect. Last option, look at the last one. The loss of water in the form of vapor from aerial part. Yes, it is called a transpiration. Transpiration. Good. Next. Look at here. What is given here? This is a very, very important 3-mark question. Look at here. You should answer now. Glucose 6-carbon molecule. Glucose 6-carbon molecule. First one is, shall I write cytoplasm? Is it correct? Cytoplasm is the first one. First one is cytoplasm. Next, pyruvate 3-carbon molecule plus second. Second one is what? Any one of you help me out? Second one is what? Any one of you help me out? Fast. So this is second one is energy. Second one is what? Tell me. Energy. Correct? Yes or no? Cytoplasm, and second one is energy. What about 3? Where is 3? Look at here. Presence of oxygen in mitochondria 3, 4 and energy is given. Shall I write here carbon dioxide plus water energy? 3, 4, CO2, water, correct or not? Yes. Yes, good, very good. 2 ATP here we can write 2 ATPs also, but NCERT 10th grade NCERT textbook energy only given. Yes, energy only given. Next, 3, 4. Where is the fifth one here? Lack of oxygen in the muscles. Fifth one and energy is given here. So fifth one I can write lactic acid. Lactic acid, correct or not? Fifth one is lactic acid plus energy, right? Next, sixth and seventh one is given here. Eighth one also, sixth, seventh, eighth. So eighth I can write carbon dioxide energy plus here I can write ethanol, C2H5OH, ethanol, or alcohol I can write. Here eighth one alcohol I can write, ethanol I can write, fine. Next, sixth and seventh I can write here absence of oxygen. Now here what is seventh? What is the seventh one? Seventh one is Zoya, correct. Here we can write what? Tell me. Yeast is the right answer. 3-mark question. Prepare all of you the various way of glucose breakdown process. Glucose breakdown process thoroughly prepare and go. Yes, yes, good. Yeast. So first one cytoplasm, second energy, third CO2, fourth water, fifth lactic acid, sixth one is absence of oxygen, seventh yeast, eighth one ethanol, ethyl alcohol. Good. What about this? Find out the correct statement. Correct statement they're asking. A single cell organisms, the food may be taken by the entire surface. Entire surface, correct or not? Sir, can we interchange the fifth and NCERT? Ketan, what is exactly NCERT you should write, my dear? What exactly NCERT we should write? You understand? Good. Next. Now, what about this one? And you cannot interchange. Come on, Vaishnavi, can you answer this one now? A single cell, okay. They're asking correct statement. Amoeba takes in food using temporary finger-like extension of a cell surface which fuse over the food particle form food vacuole is given. Fine. Next, inside the food vacuole, complex substance are broken down into simpler which is diffused into the nucleus is given. Right. Next, in paramecium, which is also a unicellular organism, the cell has defined shape of food is taken at a specific spot. Food is moved to this spot by movement of flagella, which convert the entire surface of the cell. Carefully read and answer. Come on, any one of you, sir. A be correct? A be correct? Come on, come on, come on. Any one of you? Which what here D is incorrect, I can tell better. How many of you will agree with me? D is incorrect. D is incorrect. How many of you agree with me? Sir, why D is incorrect? Sabas. Very good, Aditya. It's correct. It's not flagella, it's cilia. So here I'm writing it's not flagella. It is cilia. So D is incorrect. Now, what's wrong in C? What's wrong in C? What's wrong in C? Come on, come on, come on. Any one of you? What's wrong in? Sir, in the C, it's given inside the food vacuole, complex substances are broken down into a simple form, which then diffuse into nucleus. Into nucleus? No, sir. So the right statements are what? A, B, correct statements. So answer is what? Tell me. A, B is the correct statement. Option C. Are you with me? Yes, yes, absolutely. It is into the cytoplasm, not to the nucleus. Good, absolutely correct. Good, good. Yes. Now, next question. Assertion and reason. The first step in the breakdown of glucose 6 carbon molecule into 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate. Statement correct or not? Assertion correct or not? Vaishnavi. Next. Aditya, Zoya, statement right or not? Sir, we know in the first step glucose C6H12O6 glucose 6 carbon compound break down into, tell me, 2 molecule of pyruvate. This pyruvate is 3-carbon compound. Statement correct. Next, reason. In aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, one of the end product is alcohol. So what is the right answer? This statement also correct. This statement also correct. So answer me now. Yes. So both statements are correct. This is a not correct explanation for A. Not correct answer. Yes, absolutely. Who is this? Who is this? Correct, correct, correct. Next, what about this question? Again, assertion reason. Say third assertion reason. Assertion. Digested food is taken up by walls of intestine. Walls of intestine, correct or not? Digested food is taken by walls of intestine, correct or not? Come on, answer me. Next, reason. The inner lining of small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase surface area for digestion. How many of you say? How many of you say? My dear, read the question carefully. No, carefully look at here. Come on, carefully look at here. Yes. Come on, answer me. It is correct explanation or the reason is wrong. Carefully read the reason. Aditya, where are you? Come on, answer this question. Zoya, Fatima, Vaishnavi. Look at here. Carefully look at here. It is given the inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase surface area for not digestion, for absorption. For absorption, open NCERT, what is given? It is absorption process, not digestion. Clear? That's why I told you before the start of this session, open NCERT, it is not for what? It is not for the digestion, it is absorption. So we can go, this is correct, assertion true, reason false, option C. Are you with me? You got my point? Is it clear so far? Shall we move on to the next question? Are you there, kids? Next question. Look at the next question. Again, assertion reason. Assertion. Conversion of light energy to chemical energy and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Statement correct or not? This statement right or not? Conversion of light energy to chemical energy and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and water. I need just statement right or wrong. Come on, answer. Next, reason is desert plants take up carbon dioxide at night and prepare an intermediate which is act upon the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll during daytime. Come on, answer me. Both statements correct. Both statements correct. But it is not correct explanation. This statement correct and reason also correct statement, but this is not a correct explanation. Are you there, kids? Till here everything clear? Till here everything clear? Assertion, reason clear? Shall we move on to the next question? Next question. Again, assertion, reason. Bicuspid and tricuspid walls get closed during ventricle systole. Yes, bicuspid, tricuspid wall during ventricle contraction they close and they produce a sound called lup sound. Lup sound. Done. Next, these walls in heart allow blood to flow in one direction and prevent the back. Absolutely correct. So we go with the option A. Both statements correct and it is a correct explanation of A. Are you there, kids? Are you with me? Till here everything clear? Shall we move on to the next question? Look at here. Respiratory system 5-mark question. For this case-based question, look at here. Refer the given figure and answer the following questions. Which of these parts are the actual sites of respiratory gas exchange? Actual site of exchanging of gas is alveoli, but it's not mentioned in this diagram. But remember, alveoli is the exchange part of gaseous site of exchange of gases. Next, I'm writing here. It is called, tell me, alveoli. In the common passage, is the common passage of air and food. What is air and food common passage? Tell me. Pharynx. Look at here, pharynx. P pharynx. Q is what? Tell me. It is what they call larynx, and R is what? Trachea. C shape of cartilage rings. Right? So P pharynx I can write. So it is a common passage for food and air is pharynx. Clear? Pharynx. Next. Is provided with incomplete cartilage rings. Incomplete cartilage rings I can write R. Incomplete cartilage rings in trachea. Supporting. Keep on open. They try to always open the trachea. Okay, right? Next. Moves upward and downward during inspiration. Diaphragm muscles. Diaphragm muscles are the one which actually initiate the inspiration. That means inspiration process. So from breathing and kidney, breathing, heart, digestive system, photosynthesis, thoroughly prepare and go from life process chapter. Next question. Blood vessels carry blood from lungs to heart through. Blood vessels carry blood from lungs to heart through, they are asking. Lungs to heart. Okay, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, coronary artery, none of this they given. We know from, look at here, this is alveoli, right? Lung. So this is heart. Rough diagram I'm taking, this is heart. Right? Now from the right ventricle, there is a big blood vessel. What is the blood vessel? Pulmonary artery, deoxygenated blood. So once this carbon dioxide blood, this carbon dioxide sent out and oxygen is taken inside, right? So this blood vessel become what? Pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein take the pure blood, oxygenated blood to the left auricle. So what is this blood vessel name? This is called pulmonary vein. Look at the question. The question is, blood vessel carry blood from lungs to heart is pulmonary vein. So answer is option B, pulmonary veins. Till here everything clear? Shall we go to the next question? Look at the next question. Next question. Choose the form in which most plants absorb nitrogen. Nitrogen in the form of what? Nitrogen is going to be absorbed by plants. Number 1, proteins. Number 3, nitrates and nitrites, correct. Number 3, urea. Atmospheric nitrogen is given. The 4 forms they given. Students, remember, plants will absorb the nitrogen substances. That means this nitrogen in the form of nitrates, nitrates and urea. Second one and third one. This is the most important one. This nitrogenous substance, nitrogen play important role in plant for the synthesis of protein, DNA, RNA, chlorophyll. Remember all of it. So second one and third one. So answer is option B. Answer is option B. What happened, students? I need answers. Come on, all of you, till here everything clear? Second one and third one is the right answer. They absorb in the form of nitrates, nitrites and also urea. Correct? Next question. Look at control and coordination. Next chapter starting so far, more than 25 questions, nearly 30 questions from life process chapter we discussed. Now the second chapter we are going to start, control and coordination chapter. Brain, spinal cord, neural, neuron, structure of neuron. Next, different type of hormones, plant hormones, tropic movements we are going to answer. Look at the first question. First question. The diagram shows the central nervous system which has been blocked in 3 different places by a drug used in anesthetic. The drug which can be stopped the sensation called anesthetic drug. So look at here. 3 men had one anesthetic block at X, Y, Z. One of the men can move his leg in response to braking, but does not feel it. Does not feel it. Where is the anesthetic block in this man is given? There are 3 places block is given. What is the 3 places? Tell me. X place is block and Y place also and Z place also block. 3 places block is given. Which place and which man? Look at it. Where is the anesthetic block is in the man? In this man. Student, which one is going to sense, which one is going to perceive? Brain is going to perceive, right? Where is the blockage? Look at here. The blockage is to the central nervous system, brain. Z point Z is going to block here, right? So the right answer is what? At Z place, option C. At which place? Tell me. Point C, point Z. So at Z place, it's get blocked. Because of that one, the sensation is not going to brain. That's why it does not feel. He anesthetic block. That's the reason why, look at here. One of the man can move his leg in response to breaking, but does not feel it because brain is not perceiving. There is a blockage. So at Z. Clear? Next question. Look at the next question. This is little complicated, little important question also, HOT type of question. What is given here in this question? The diagram given below is the functional organization of human nervous system. Identify A, B, C, D in the figure. A, B, C, D, E in the figure. Human nervous system, A, I can write central nervous, CNS, which include brain and spinal cord. B is PNS, peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system. This peripheral nervous system, CANS, autonomous nervous system. Second one is called somatic nervous system. Somatic nervous system control voluntary actions. Remember all voluntary actions, voluntary movements. Somatic nervous system control voluntary movements. But if you come to this one, ANS can control involuntary movements. Got my point? Cardiac movements, involuntary movements. Next, churning movements in our intestinal movement, in our urinary bladder. These are involuntary controlled by the ANS. So this CANS is again divided into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous. So parasympathetic nervous, sympathetic, parasympathetic. Look at the correct answer now here. Now, first one I am writing what? A is PNS, no. A is ANS, no. A CNS, B PNS, PNS correct. CANS, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, fine. Next D, A is ANS is given, A is CNS, so option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. You have to be very careful. CNS include brain and spinal cord. From brain, a neuron nerves come out called cranial nerves, 12 pairs. Spinal nerves, 31 pairs. Remember all of you, brain protected by the cranium, spinal cord protected by the vertebral column. Clear? Shall I go to the next question? Look at the next question. Next question is assertion-reason type of question. Insulin regulate blood sugar level, correct. Insulin is a proteinaceous hormone which regulate blood sugar level, correct statement. From pancreatic gland, reason is given. Insufficient secretion of insulin will cause diabetes is given. Insufficient insulin. It's correct only, right? If insulin is insufficient, it can cause hyperglycemia in the blood, glucose concentration increase. That condition called what? Tell me, diabetes. So tell me here, insufficient secretion of insulin will cause diabetic. This statement also correct. So what is the correct answer? Now this is the correct explanation. So I can go with option A. Correct? Next question. Look at the next question. Assertion. A receptor is specialized group of cells in a sense organ that perceive a particular type of stimulus. It's a particular type of stimulus. A receptor is a specialized group of cells, correct? Receptors, gustatory receptor, olfactory receptors, auditory, there are different type of receptors are there. A receptor is a specialized group of cell in a sense organ that perceive a particular type of stimulus. Statement correct. Statement correct. Different sense organs have different receptors for detecting stimuli. It's true. Because gustatory receptors on tongue will perceive a taste only. Olfactory separate. Auditory separate. So different receptors are perceiving different type of what, tell me, stimuli. Look at here. A receptor is specialized. So for this one, it is a correct explanation. So we are also going with what? Option A. Correct. Next, look at here. Assertion. The brain and spinal cord include in central nervous system. Absolutely correct. Brain and spinal cord, central nervous system, CNS. Just now only I said. Next, reason. Central nervous system controls only the voluntary action. If you able to recall, midbrain and hindbrain function in NCERT, midbrain, hindbrain, it's clearly given voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary, involuntary, especially involuntary by hindbrain, like medulla oblongata. You understand my point? Medulla oblongata, involuntary. The central nervous system, brain can not only voluntary, involuntary also it can control. So assertion correct, reason wrong. Assertion A correct and reason false. Option C is the correct answer. Clear, my dear students? Shall we go to the next one? Look at the next assertion and reason. Human heart is four-chambered. Human heart is four-chambered. Human and bird's heart is four chamber of heart. Two auricles, two ventricles. Upper chambers called auricles, lower chambers called ventricles. Receiving chambers, pumping chambers. Next, reason. Vena cava is the only artery that supply deoxygenated blood to the heart is given here. Vena cava is the only artery that supply deoxygenated blood to the heart is given. Not only this vena cava, superior vena cava is there, inferior vena cava is there. There are different type of vena cava. So coronary sinus also there. Correct? Now look at it. Human heart is a four chamber. This statement is correct. Reason, vena cava is the only artery. Vena cava is actually artery. Vena cava is a vein, right? Actually, it is not an artery. So here I am writing it is a wrong statement. So again I am going with what? Tell me option C. A is true, R is false. Vena cava is actually it is a vein. Am I clear? It is a deoxygenated blood, that's true, but vena cava is not an artery. Come to the next question. Again, assertion reason. Auxins helps in the growth of stem. Auxins are PG or plant growth regulators. Auxins, correct. Auxins help in the growth of stem. Cytokines promote cell division and it's natural then they are present in the greater concentration in the area of rapid cell division such as fruits and seeds. This statement is correct or not? Look at the last one, such as fruits and seeds is mentioned. Which one? Cytokinins in fruits and seeds. Is this statement correct? My dear kids, if you read NCERT, the functions of cytokinin, it is clearly mentioned. It is a cell division hormone. It promotes the cell division and it will produce at highly rapid division takes place. That is such as in the fruits and seed. This statement also correct. First statement also correct, but that is not a correct explanation. So it is B answer. What is the answer? B is the answer. Keep in mind. Both statements are correct. One statement they talk about auxins, second statement they talk about cytokinins. Correct? Next question. Look at here. Human brain, you have to prepare a meningeus membranes. Dura mater, arachnoid, pia mater. Three connective tissue membranes surround around the brain for protection. Meningeus membranes. Keep in mind. Now look at what they mention here. In the question, which part of the brain is responsible for thermoregulation? That means temperature regulation. Students, remember all of you, temperature regulation, hungry, thirsty, emotions are controlled by hypothalamus. It is a part of our brain. Look at here. Where is given here? It is hypothalamus. Look at it, all of you. Here, This is cerebrum. Where is hypothalamus? Cerebellum. Look at it. Actually, here in this forebrain, there is a hypothalamus. Look at hypothalamus. Medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata can control what? Involuntary actions, cardiac actions, breathing, vomiting, salivation, sneezing, coughing, involuntary action. Cerebrum, thinking, understanding, memory, motor area for the control of voluntary actions. Next, hypothalamus. Hypothalamus can control hungry, thirsty, emotion, thermoregulation, osmoregulation. These are done by hypothalamus. Clear? Hypothalamus also involved in the secretion of hormones, some type of hormones. Next question. Look at the next question. Identify the incorrect statements. Identify the incorrect statement from the following. We need to identify incorrect one. Abscisic acid is one example of hormone which inhibit growth. Its effect include wilting of. Absolutely correct statement. This statement is a direct insertive right statement. It is a growth inhibitory hormone. Wilting of leaves and what they call fruits. Wilting of leaves, fruits, and this is an inhibitory hormone, growth inhibitory hormone, abscisic hormone. Testosterone is the male sex hormone, correct. Testosterone, also called androgen, male sex hormone, correct. Adrenaline regulate carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism in the body so as to provide a best balance for growth. No. It is not by the adrenaline, it is by the thyroxine hormone. It is not by adrenaline. If you read NCERT, it is by what? Tell me. Thyroxine hormone, T4 thyroxine hormone from thyroid gland. Carbohydrate, protein, fat metabolism, and it is also best for balance of growth. Keep in mind. So, third statement wrong. They are asking incorrect statement. So, I am writing 3 wrong. Last. Insulin is the hormone which produced by the liver and helps in the regulation of sugar and blood sugar level. Insulin can control blood sugar level. Till that one, it's correct statement only. But look at their secreted by what? It is produced by liver. Sir, it is from pancreas. It is not from the liver. So this statement also wrong. Fourth statement also wrong. So what's the correct answer? Tell me. 3 and 4. Option B is the correct answer. Very, very important statement based question, students. You should read NCERT line by line, properly understand before your examination. Correct? Next question. Look at the next question. Again, they're asking find out the incorrect statements. Incorrect statements. All information from our environment is detected by the specialized tip of some nerve cells. Some nerve cells. Clear? Next. Here, these receptors are usually located in our sense organ such as ear, inner ear, nose, tongue, so on. Fine. Gustatory receptors will detect the taste while olfactory receptors will detect the smell. Okay. This information acquired at the end of the axon tape of nerve cell set off a chemical reaction that create an electrical impulse. One statement out of this 4 is wrong. If you closely read these statements one by one, look at the third, last statement. This information acquired at the end of the axonal tape. No. The information acquired by the dendrites, not tip of axon. It first received by the acquired by the tip of dendrites, not axonal tip. So this is the wrong statement. Option D is the incorrect statement. Remember, option D is incorrect statement. Keep in mind, all of you. Next question. I'm going to the next question. Look at identify A, B, C, D in the given diagram. 2 mark question. This is a multipolar neuron, motor neuron. Look at, I can write A is dendrites, right? Dendrites. B is cyton. C is what? Tell me. Nodes of Ranvier, right? Nodes of Ranvier, ranvier, and D is what? Nerve terminal, or we can write the end plate. Now end plates we can write. Now these are the A, B, C, D. A is dendrites, cyton, nodes of ranvier. This is Schwann cell. This is myelin sheath. This is actually Schwann cell. This is myelin sheath, and these are nerve ends or terminal, axonal terminal also you can write. Axonal terminal or nerve ends. Right, good, very good. Right, this is now ending, absolutely correct, now ending. Till here everything clear? Yes, this is a 2-mark question, multipolar neuron question, multipolar neuron. Good. Next question. How do parasympathetic nervous system, neural signals? This is HOT question, higher order thinking question. Can any one of you answer this? If possible, any one of you? Sympathetic, parasympathetic. Write down all of you if you don't know. Remember, I told you just now, ANS, autonomous nervous system, is classified into 2 types. One is called sympathetic. Second one is called parasympathetic. Parasympathetic. Remember all of it. Sympathetic, parasympathetic. Students, remember, this sympathetic nervous system will actually act on our heart. Okay, in the heart there is a node called SAN, sinoatrial node, pacemaker, heart pacemaker. So this sympathetic nervous system is act on the heart. So heart is started to beat, increasing beat, heartbeat increase. So heartbeat is started to elevate, increase. Heartbeat increase, BP increase, cardiac output increase, this all increase. This process takes place when you are under stress, when you are under tension, pressure. This nervous system will start to act on your heart. It increase. So after some time, just assume your results is going to come. You type the hall ticket number and it is browsing, it is buffering, your heartbeat increase, sympathetic nervous system, adrenal hormone, then moreover this sympathetic nervous system is increasing your heartbeat, it is increasing. So results displayed on the screen, 98% you got. So what happened after some time? This heartbeat slowly come back to the normal. Who will do this? Parasympathetic. Parasympathetic nervous system is actually the one who bring back that heart beating to the normal. It reduce the heartbeat, it reduce the cardiac output, it reduce your tension. Hush, thank God I got a 98%. Until the results come, it is buffering, my heartbeat increasing, sweating comes, heartbeat increase, and what they call blood pressure increase. That is because of sympathetic. So can any one of you identify the correct answer of this question now? Good. Any one of you identify the right answer of this question now? How do parasympathetic nervous signal affect the working of heart? Reduce both heart rate and cardiac output. Heart rate increase? No, parasympathetic will not increase. Both heart rate and cardiac output increase? No. Heart rate decrease but cardiac output? No. Both. Tell me, it reduce both heart rate and cardiac output. Option A. Are you with? Very good, student. Absolutely. Good, good, good. Very good. Absolutely. Till here everything clear? So tell me, ANS can control voluntary or involuntary? What I said? ANS, autonomous nervous system, voluntary or involuntary? Any one of you? What I said? The beginning of these questions. I told you ANS can control. ANS can control involuntary. Remember, involuntary. Clear? Involuntary. Good. What about this question? Find out the incorrect statement. Are you ready? Are you ready, students? Something is wrong in this 4 statement. You should identify this incorrect statement. Are you ready? Look at the first statement. Find out the incorrect statement they're given. Fine. The communication between the central nervous system and the other part of body is facilitated by the peripheral nervous system consisting cranial nerve arising from brain, spinal nerve arising from spinal cord. It is a direct NCERT line, students. Direct NCERT line. Open all of you the nervous system, human nervous system. In the textbook it is clearly mentioned peripheral nervous, PNS. include cranial nerves, spinal nerves. Cranial nerves from brain, spinal nerves from spinal cord. Correct statement. They're asking incorrect statement. The forebrain is the main thinking part of brain. It has regions which receive sensory impulse from the various receptor. Second statement correct or not? Statement 2 correct or not? I want this answer. Any one of you? Second statement, statement 2. This statement is laughing, very good. It is correct statement only. What about the second statement? What about the second statement? The forebrain is a main thinking part. Yes, this statement also correct. Direct NCERT line. Very few students are following NCERT. You have to follow NCERT, my dear. Open NCERT, all of you, read line by line. It is NCERT direct statement. PYQs entirely from NCERT. PYQs directly from NCERT. Look at the next question, next statement. The sensation of feeling full is because of center associated with hunger, which is the separate part of the forebrain. This hunger, emotions, temperature. I told you something. One particular or one particular area, one particular name I give. Can any one of you tell me? This particular area called what? Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of what? Forebrain. You got my point? Forebrain. Next. Many of involuntary actions are controlled by the hindbrain only. All these involuntary actions include blood pressure, salivation, vomiting are controlled by the medulla of hindbrain. What's wrong in the fourth statement? What's very good. Mini or whatever. Correct, my dear. Good, very good. Here it is given only by what they call hindbrain only. But what NCERT mentioned? What NCERT mentioned? This wrong because it also midbrain. Absolutely correct, Aditya. NCERT read, it's clearly mentioned hindbrain and midbrain. Mid and hindbrain. So the correct answer and incorrect statement is option D. Are you with me? Till here everything clear? Yes, good, very good. What about this question? The axon transmit nerve impulse. The axon transmit nerve impulse. So if I draw the neuron, multipolar neuron structure, look at here, I'm drawing multipolar neuron structure like this. This is axon, right? This is axon, and this is called axon terminals like this. Simple diagram, right? Now here, this all what tell me? Dendrites. This is cyton and nucleus, right? So here the information, for example, here any information, the information I'm a stimulation or I'm the stimulation I'm writing, right? Stimulation received by the dendrites. Dendrites to cyton, cyton to axon, like this. Information is going towards the nerve terminal. So look, the axon transmit nerve impulse away from the cell body to synapse, away from cell body to synapse, towards cell body, away from cell body to visceral organs, toward the cell body to from synapse. What is the correct answer? Very good, absolute easy answer. So the information is going away from the cyton or cell body. Option A is the correct answer. Simple. Remember. Next question. Look at the next question. Think about activities like walking in a straight line, riding a bicycle, pick up a pencil. These are possible due to the part of. Due to the part of any one of you. Come on. What they given? Think about activities like walking, straight line, riding a bicycle. Come on. Any one of you. Come on. We are going to finish this chapter very short a period of time. Any one of you. Here look at the forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, cerebellum. Cerebellum is the right answer. Cerebellum is a part of what? Hindbrain. So option B is the correct answer. Riding a bicycle, balancing, body posture, voluntary actions controlled by cerebellum. So option B is the right answer because hindbrain consists cerebellum, pons and also medulla oblongata. So the correct answer, hindbrain. Clear? Clear? Good. Very good. Next question. Next question. Look at here. Identify the wrong statement from the following. Wrong statement from the following. Two questions or three questions only there in control and coordination, and after that we go to the how do organism reproduce. Look at here. Muscle cells have special protein that change both their shape and their arrangement in the cell response in nervous electrical impulse. Is this statement correct? NCERT is mentioned. Is this statement correct? NCERT is mentioned. It is clearly given in NCERT. Muscle cells have a special protein, actin, myosin. In the 11th and 12th grade, you will understand. Protein, change in their shape, their arrangement. Correct. Absolutely correct. Statement correct, student. First statement correct. Yes. First statement correct. Next. Here, plant shows two different type of movements. One dependent growth and the other one is independent. At least tell me this statement correct or not. Give the this statement is, tell me. Come on. This statement also correct. This statement is correct. They're asking wrong statement, we need to identify. Plant cells change their shape by changing in the amount of protein in them, resulting in swelling, shrinking, and therefore change in the shape. What about the third statement? Third statement is correct. Third statement is correct. Read the question. Read the statement. Plant cells change their shape, changing the amount. No, it is not protein. It is not. Yes. Aditya, correct. It is not protein. Remember, all of you. Shrinking and also what? Tell me, swelling because of endosmosis, exhaust. The water go inside and come out. So this statement, third statement is wrong. So wrong statement we need to identify. 3 is wrong. Plants like the pea plant climb up other plant or fence by means of tendril. These tendrils are sensitive to touch. When they come in contact with any support, the part of the tendril in contact with the object grow as rapidly as the part of the tendril. Is this statement correct? Is this statement correct? Any one of you answer? Who is this? Sri Hari Krishna. No. Is it no? Yes, absolutely correct. It is not grow. Look at here. What is it? Object is grow is given, but what inside is given? It cannot grow. You understand? It cannot grow. So fourth one also wrong statement. This is also wrong statement. So 3, 4. Where is the right answer? 3, 4, option B. Remember, all of you, 3 and 4 not correct. Good, very good. That's why I'm selecting incorrect correct statement. You should read NCERT book carefully. Otherwise, assertion, reason, incorrect correct statement, you will not get marks. Next question. Look at here. B. This is B. This is hand. P is sensory neuron. Q is relay neuron. R is motor neuron, and this is muscle. The diagram shows the reflex R in which B is sign cause the arm to be moved quickly. It is a reflex reaction, arm to move very quickly. We know the action, what they call sensory neuron to the what they call relay neuron, spinal cord relay neuron to the motor neuron to the effector. Correct? Now they're asking, if the relay neuron is damaged, how will the transmission of nerve impulse in the reflex are affected? Any one of you tell me here. Sir, what relay neuron is also called a motor neuron. Relay neuron means, listen, the information is coming, right? The information is coming and spinal cord, this relay neuron will give command to whom? Tell me, spinal cord. Spinal cord will give command to whom? Motor neuron. Relay neuron is the interneuron. Let's assume when you go to the principal chamber, you will not go to the principal chamber. There will be one person at the door of principal chamber. You have to tell him, My name is so and so. I have to talk with the principal, sir. I have some concern. So he is a relay neuron. He is the relay person. Take the information from you. He will convey, and finally, the principal sir call you. Same like that. When sensory neuron information give to this this relay neuron to spinal cord to the motor neuron to effector. So here, what is the problem, beta? How will the transmission of nerve impulse is affect when relay neuron damage? Relay neuron damage. Look at here. Impulse cannot pass from P to Q. P to Q can pass. What is the problem? Next, impulse cannot pass from P to R. P to R. No. Impulse cannot pass from Q to P. No. Impulse cannot pass from R to Q. This one will get disturbed. So option D is the right answer. How many of you give? How many of you? Aditya, read the question carefully. Impulse cannot pass from P to R. P to R can easily go. It will go. P is giving, right? No problem. But R, Q to R will get effect, right? Because who is going to give the, because R is damaged. Q is damaged. Q is damaged. So who will transport the impulse? So the right answer is what? Tell me. Impulse cannot from R to Q. What they call? R to Q. This will get effect. Did you get me? Option D comes. Good. What about this one? Again, statement based question. Identify the correct statement from the following. Correct statement from the following. Environmental triggers such as light or gravity will change the directions that part of plant grow in. These directions or tropic movement can be either towards of stimulus or away. Statement correct. Statement correct. Yes, statement correct. Next. Yes, next. Plant show tropism response to the other stimulus as well. The roots of plants can grow upward while the shoot will grow downward. This statement correct or not? Statement correct or not? No. Aditya, read my dear. Read my dear. They're asking plant show tropism response to other stimulus as well. Roots of plants always grow upward. Upward or downward? Roots of upward or downward, my dear? Come on, tell me here. Right, this is downward. This is downward. And what the shoot usually grow upward. Mistake is there. Did you get me? Read the question carefully. So this statement is incorrect, right? Next, chemotropism is the growth of pollen tube towards anther. Tell me the third one is correct or not? Third statement is correct or not? Answer me. Third statement is, you really want to know this kind of life, not, hey, chupre. Come on, answer me. What about this one? Chemotropism is the growth pollen tube towards the anther or what? Sir, C also wrong. The third one also wrong. Why? Towards what? Tell me. Ovule. Ovary. Ovule is given NCERT. Ovule. Yes. Good. Very good. Next. If fast response to stimulus are to be made, information transfer must happen very quick. For this, the medium of transmission must be able to move rapid. Electrical impulse are excellent. Absolutely correct. This statement also correct. They're asking correct statement. 1-4 correct. Where is 1-4 correct? Option C is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. Till here everything clear? Clear. Next. Gigantism and dwarfism are the disease related to. Gigantism and dwarfism disease related to. Simple question. Tell me. Growth hormones of pituitary gland. Option B. Gigantism and also what? Tell me this one. Luteinizing hormone. What is the correct answer of this question? Come on. Gigantism, dwarfisms are very easy question. They are completely related to growth hormones of pituitary. Good. Very good. What about this question? Identify the given disease. Answer the following question. What is this disease? This disease name is called what? Simple dash. I don't know. Simple dash. This disease, swollen neck area. Simple goiter. Yes or no, student? This is simple goiter. Swelling of neck. This neck is simple goiter. Good. Which element is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine? Any one of you tell me? Iodine. iodized salt. Do you remember this one? We learned in the theory class. Iodine, iodized salt. Good, very good, good. Next, write the functions of thyroxine hormone. Thyroxine hormone can regulate carbohydrate, protein, fat metabolism and balance growth also by the thyroxine hormone. RBC production also, and regulation of menstrual cycle also by the thyroxine hormone. You can write this all, no problem. Metabolism of carbohydrate, protein, fats, and also balance of growth, RBC production also thyroxine hormone. Clear, student? Thyroxine promote the yes, absolutely, very good, absolutely. Look at the next last question, second last question, I think so. This is identify A, E in the following figure. Okay, now A is adrenal gland, B anterior part of kidney, you don't need to remember this. C is what will make kidney, right? D is cortex of adrenal gland, E is medulla, cortex and medulla. This is actually adrenal gland, adrenaline hormones. Look at this, these two are direct NCERT related questions. Adrenaline is a secreted directly into dash. Any one of you tell me adrenaline directly secreted into adrenaline is directly secreted into bloodstream. NCERT given bloodstream. NCERT given what? Adrenaline directly released into the bloodstream. Next, carried out to different body parts. It acts on heart, it acts on digestive tract, it acts on what, tell me? It also acts on the heartbeat increase, breathing rate increase, and also what, tell me? Skeletal muscle, it also acts, give what they call glucose supply for the quick movements. Keep in mind, quick movement. Next, the target organ of the specific tissue on which that acts include heart. Remember all of you, direct NCERT point. Heart, which elevate the blood pressure, which increase the glucose level in the blood, which supply glucose to the skeletal muscle to quick movement of muscles and escape from that situation. Consider the following statement. Increase of heartbeat, increase of respiratory rate, stimulate breakdown of glycogen, divert the blood to our skeletal muscle. Which of the following can function of adrenaline? Oh no, all of you answer. Which of the function of adrenaline hormone? Increase heartbeat, correct. Glycogen breakdown, correct. Breath increase, correct. Blood glucose to skeleton, correct. All four are correct. Option D, all four. Vaishnavi, correct, my dear. All four are correct statements. You understand my point? So next question. Choose the statement which correctly indicate functions of gonads. Gonads means what? Gonad means sex organs, testis and ovaries, gonads, right? Look at what is given. Androgen stimulate growth of facial hair, axillary hair, muscular growth, sperm formation, etc. in males. Correct. Statement correct. Ovary produce one ovum during each menstrual cycle and produce two group of steroid hormone, estrogen, progesterone. Statement correct. Androgen helps in the regulation of blood sugar level. No, insulin will do this. Insulin will increase. Androgen produce catabolic synthesis effect on carbohydrate protein metabolism. No, thyroxine will do this. So this is wrong, this is wrong. They are asking choose the statement which correctly made it. So 192. Where is 192? 192 option A. Am I correct? Am I correct? Right. So the right answer is what? 192. 192. Good. Very good. Next. Last question in the chemical coordination, neural coordination chapter. Last question. Careful, look at here. I think this is last. We'll see. Yes, this is the last question. Look at here. Study the following table and identify A, B, C. Any one of you do this? A, B, C. Any one of you. Come on. Any one of you. Look at here. Gonads. A. Estrogen, Secondary sexual character, alpha cells of pancreas B, decreased blood sugar level, pituitary C is mentioned. Any one of you identify A, B, C. A, B, C. So the correct answer A, sir. Very good. Very good. Absolutely. So A I can write ovary. Good. Ovary. Estrogen. Secondary sexual character. Fine. Done. Alpha cells of pancreas B. Secretion B. Insulin. Sabas. Very good. Insulin from pancreas. Decreased blood glucose level. Correct. Correct. Pituitary, low secretion called dwarfism, that means GH, growth hormone. So option A is the right answer. Am I clear? Absolutely correct. So far 2 chapters have been completed. First, life process, biggest chapter. Second, neural control coordination, second chapter. Student, whatever the questions I discussed, this hotspots area, thoroughly prepare and go before exam. Okay. Now we are going to start how do organisms reproduce. Our other teacher, there is one madam is there. One madam will going to take care of this rest of chapters. Okay. Just all of you open NCERT, stay there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep sir, for the wonderful class. And here we have the 3rd chapter, how do organisms reproduce. Hope you all took a break. Are you ready for the 3rd chapter, how do organisms reproduce? Yeah, all my students are there. Yeah, hi. Okay, let's start with the first question in how do organisms reproduce. Okay. Function of scrotum is to maintain. What is the function of scrotum? Temperature of maintain the temperature of testes, body temperature, level of growth hormone, level of male hormone. What is the function of scrotum? What is the function of scrotum? Yeah, what is the function of scrotum? It is maintain the temperature of testis. We all know that scrotum is the outer covering of the testis. And what is the function of scrotum? Which lowers the temperature inside the testis. See, our normal body temperature is 37 degree, right? Inside the testis, the temperature will be less than the body temperature. That will be 2 degree or 2.5 degree. Okay. 2 degree or 2.5 degree less than the normal body temperature. So, the scrotum helps to lower the temperature inside the testis. In that temperature only, sperms will be produced inside the testis. Okay, let's see the next question. See, the shared terminal duct of the reproductive and urinary system in human male is. Which is the shared terminal duct of the reproductive and urinary system. See, the testis that produces the sperm and the urine that is stored in the urinary bladder. both these are carried by the common duct. Which is the common duct? Yeah, it is urethra. Urethra is the common duct, which is also known as urinogenital duct. Urethra is also known as urinogenital duct, which carry both urine, that is from the urinary bladder, and the sperm from the testes. So it is urethra. Okay, urinogenital duct. Yeah, wonderful. Good job. All are answering correct. Okay, the next question. Let's see the next question. Oviducts are also called. Very easy, very simple question. What is oviducts are also called? What is the answer? Oviducts are called the fallopian tubes, right? Oviducts are also called the fallopian tubes. Okay, next question. See, here is the female reproductive system diagram. You can see here the given figure. Label the parts and mention their functions. You have to label the parts and you have to mention each function. Let's see this. See, the production of egg. Where the production of egg happens? Here. See, production of happens in the ovary. Production of egg happens in ovary. Now, site of fertilization. Where the fertilization happens? Fertilization happens in the oviduct. Now, site of implantation. What is implantation? Attachment of the embryo to the uterine wall is called implantation. Where implantation take place? Yes, in the uterus. It take place in the uterus. Enteriosperms. Where the enteriosperms take place? Vagina. So, which is the correct option here? Here, the given figure, label the parts and mention their function. Now, here, production of egg take place in ovary. Site of fertilization is oviduct. Site of implantation is uterus. And enteriosperms that take place in vagina. Now, next question. See, name the parts A, B and C. Here is the longitudinal section of the flower. It is given. Now you have to label the parts A, B and C shown in the following diagram. See, what is A? A is anther, right? A is anther. Now what is B? B is the part of female reproductive system. What is B? B is style. Style. And what is C? C is ovary. Anther, style and ovary. These are the parts of here. What is mentioned? Name the parts A, B and C. Here A is anther, B is style and C is ovary. Here it is a bisexual flower. You can see here both male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ. That means it's a bisexual flower. A is anther, B is style and C is ovary. Now next question. See, study the diagram given below. Now you can see a diagram here. Very simple question. Identify the process. Which process is this? This is binary fission. What is this process? It is binary fission. Binary fission. See, what is binary fission? Here, a complete cell, a single cell. Okay, we can change the color. See here, a complete cell, a full cell, okay, mature cell that divides into two cells, two daughter cells. That is what we call binary fission. Here you can see binary fission in amoeba. So here second question you see. Which organism uses the above method for reproduction? Which organism uses the above method? That is amoeba. Amoeba uses the mechanism, this type of method for reproduction. Now, how is the above method different from the process of budding? What is budding? Budding means, here you can see, we can just see budding. Which organism we can see budding? That is in Hydra. Okay, Hydra, the mature Hydra. Okay, in a mature Hydra you can see a small bud will develop, and that small bud develops into a, okay, and that small bud, all the parts will develop in that small bud, and that bud will detach from the parent organism, and that will grow. This is what we call budding. And how budding is different from binary fission? Here in binary fission, the parent itself divides into two daughter cells. But in budding, in a parent organism, a small bud or more buds that will develop in a parent organism, and the bud will detach from the parent organism, and that grows as a new individual. Next question. Here is a diagram. List 2 reasons for the appearance of variation among the progeny formed by sexual reproduction. List 2 reasons for the appearance of variations. What are the reasons for appearance of variations? One, the first reason we can say that is because two different individuals in sexual reproduction. We know that two individuals take part in sexual reproduction. Okay, two different individuals are there. Now, what is the second reason? You have to list 2 reasons for this. You have to list 2 reasons for this. What is the second reason? Here mixing of characters, 2 different types of genes mixed together. So there will be variations in sexual reproduction. Now, name the part marked in A, like marked as A in this organism. In this diagram, you have to mark A. What is this A? That is pollen grain. Here you can see the pollen grain that is marked as A. Okay, in that pollen grain, you can see the pollen tube that is growing. Now, what you have to label here? B is stigma. That is the female reproductive organ where the pollen grains come and stick. That part is called a stigma. So here B is stigma. Okay, now what is C? C is the pollen tube. C is pollen tube. The pollen tube grows from the pollen grain that stick to the stigma. Now, what is D? D is the female germ cell that you can see here. The female germ cell. That is marked as D. Now, see, state the importance of part C. What is the importance of part C? The part C carries male nuclei from the pollen grain towards the female nuclei. Here you can see the male nuclei from the male germ cell. The male nuclei is carried through the pollen tube towards the ovary, towards the ovule to fertilize with the female germ cell. Now, how does A react part B? How does A react to part B? Here you can see it stick on part B. See here, this stick on to part B. That pollen grain stick on to this stigma. Now, state the importance of part C. We have mentioned what is the importance of part C, which carry the male nuclei from stigma towards the ovary. Now, what happens to the part marked D after fertilization occurs? What happens here? What happens to this female germ cell that is marked D here? That will develop as embryo and that will convert as the seed. Okay, later that develops as seed. Next question. Now here in this diagram, human male reproductive system. You can see the human male reproductive system. See, you have to label the parts A and B. See, what are these parts? See, what is A? That is, A is seminal vesicle. A is seminal vesicle. We know that there are accessory glands in male reproductive system. What is the function of the accessory glands? Which produce the seminal plasma that helps to nourish the sperm and also easy transport of sperm, right? Here we can label it as seminal vesicle. And here, what is this B? B is prostate gland. B is prostate gland. And what is this D? D we already mentioned. So it is the common duct. D is the common duct for sperm and urine. What is that common duct? What is that common duct? Urethra. Yes, it is urethra. Or we can call it as urinogenital duct. Urinogenital duct. Now here A is seminal vesicle, B is prostate gland and D is urethra, which carry both sperm and urine. Now, name the hormone produced by organ X. Which hormone is produced by organ X? Which is that organ X? X is testis, right? X is testis. Which hormone is produced by X? That is testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone produced by X. Now, what is the role of this hormone in male? What is the role of this hormone in male? Yeah, testosterone has two main roles. What are the roles of testosterone? One is spermatogenesis. Okay, what is spermatogenesis? What is spermatogenesis? Production of sperm in testis is called as spermatogenesis. Production of sperm is called as spermatogenesis. Now, what is the second function? What is the second function? That is development of secondary sexual character during puberty in male. Okay, the onset of puberty. That means in male, the secondary sexual characters are initiated by which hormone? That is testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone that produced by the part X. Next, mention the name or substance that are transported by the tube D. Mention the name or substances that are transported by the tube D. Which is tube D? Tube D is urethra, right? Tube D is urethra. Which all are the substances transported by urethra? I told you urethra is also known as urinogenital duct that carries both urine and sperm. So, we can write here that is sperm and urine is carried by urinogenital duct, that is D. Okay, or you can call it as semen. Semen also carried by, means sperm or semen we can write. Okay, next. Next question. Name the type of asexual reproduction demonstrated by the following organisms. You have to mention the type of asexual reproduction of these organisms. What about amoeba? You already mentioned the type of reproduction that happens in amoeba, that is binary fission. Binary fission. Or we can call it as fission in amoeba. The parent body, the parent cell, that unicellular, amoeba is a unicellular organism that breaks into, that divides into two equal cells, that means daughter cells, that is called a binary fission. Now B, rhizopus. Rhizopus is a fungi. What kind of reproduction we can see in fungi? That is spore formation. Spore formation. See here how spore formation happens. See, in fungi, okay, You can see this hyphae, and this part is called a sporangium. Okay, this part is called a sporangium, and inside this sporangium there will be spores. Okay, once the sporangium breaks, the spores will come out, okay, during favorable conditions. The spores, each spore is a that means each spore is a single cell. Unicell, it's a cell. Each spore is a cell. Now these single cell that develops into a complete organism. Like that, reproduction happens in rhizopus, spore formation. Now what about planaria? Planaria, what type of reproduction happens in planaria? Planaria, it is regeneration. Planaria, it is regeneration. How regeneration happens in planaria? See the body of planaria, we know that the head, middle piece, and it breaks into 3 parts, and here the head portion that will develop, the rest of the body parts, and middle piece. If it is a middle piece, that develop head and tail portion, and the tail portion will develop head and tail. That is what we call planaria. What kind of reproduction done? What kind of reproduction take place in planaria? That is regeneration. Regeneration take place in planaria. Now the last, plasmodium here. What about plasmodium? What kind of reproduction take place in plasmodium? That is multiple fission, right? Multiple fission. Multiple fission in plasmodium. And what about bryophyllum? Bryophyllum, what kind of reproduction take place in bryophyllum? That is vegetative propagation. Okay, vegetative propagation. Which part of bryophyllum? Which part of bryophyllum involved in vegetative propagation? Which part of bryophyllum? Come on. That is leaf, right? Which part of bryophyllum take place, in which part of bryophyllum take place the vegetative propagation? That is leaf. Okay, next question. See, there is assertion written now. Spores are unicellular bodies. Is the assertion correct? Spores are unicellular bodies. Yes, spores are unicellular bodies. Each spore is a cell. So, spores are unicellular bodies. Now, reason is given. The parent body simply breaks up into smaller pieces on maturation. See, we have already explained how spore formation happens. Is that parent body breaks into smaller pieces and each piece develops into a complete organism? No, right? See, the sporangium breaks and spores come out, and each unicellular spore develops into a complete organism. So here, spores are unicellular bodies, that is correct. But the parent body simply breaks up into smaller pieces is not correct. So the reason is wrong. So here, assertion is correct, but reason is wrong. See, A is true, but R is false. So, which is the correct option? Option C. A is true, but R is false. Okay, next question. Yeah, very good. Devang, Ihsan, Sri Hari Krishna. Okay, very good. Now, clones are offsprings of an organism formed by asexual reproduction. Yes, clones are offsprings of an organism formed by asexual reproduction. It is formed by asexual reproduction. Now, clones have exact copies of DNA as their parent. Yes, that is why it is called a clone. Clones have exact copies of DNA. So, what will be the option? What will be the option? Come on. See, option A. Okay, it is the correct explanation. Clones are Offsprings of an organism formed by asexual reproduction, and clones have the exact copies of DNA of their parent. Next question. Now, assertion. Pollen grains from the carpel stick to the stigma of the stamen. Read the assertion properly. Read that assertion properly. Pollen grains from the carpel stick to the stigma of the stamen. Is that correct? Pollen grains from the carpel. What is carpel? What is carpel? Pollen grains are from the carpel. Carpel is female reproductive organ, right? Female reproductive system is called a carpel in plants. So, pollen grains from carpel. That statement is wrong. Pollen grains won't be from carpel. So, that statement is wrong statement. Okay, that statement is wrong. Now, the second reason we can read, the fertilized egg cells grow inside the ovules and become seeds. Yes, we have learnt that after fertilization, where the fertilization take place inside the ovule, right? So, after fertilization, that develop as seed. So, the reason is true. The reason is true, but assertion is wrong. So, the first statement is wrong. Now, we can see that A is false, but R is true. So, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Option D. Option D is correct. Now, next question. Okay, here again assertion reason. We know that you people are struggling with assertion reason type of questions in biology. More than MCQs, 2 marks questions, 5 marks question. Assertion reason type of questions are always confusing in biology part. So, here the assertion, growth hormone stimulates the growth of different parts of different body parts. Yes, GH that are produced by pituitary gland stimulates the growth of different body parts. Assertion is correct. Okay, true. Now, reason, it is given the statement, gonadotrophin stimulate the production of sex hormones. Actually, gonadotrophins are the hormones produced by hypothalamus. It's a kind of hormone produced by hypothalamus, and yes, it stimulates the production of sex hormones. Okay, so both statements are correct, but A is not the explanation for, A is not the reason for R, right? It is not the correct explanation. So, what will be the correct option? Option B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay, next question. Okay. See, again, assertion reason only. Testes lie outside the abdominal cavity in scrotum. Yes, testes lie outside the abdominal cavity. We learned that it is inside the pouch called the scrotum, which lowers the body temperature inside the testis other than the body temperature. Now see here reason, sperms require temperature lower than the body temperature for development. Yes, only in these like lower temperature only other than the body temperature, sperms are produced less than 2 degree or 2.5 degree. I explained. So in that temperature only sperms will be produced inside the testis. So here you can see testes lie outside the abdominal cavity of scrotum, and sperms require temperature lower than the body temperature for development. Both the statements are correct. Both the statements are correct. And why testes lie outside the abdominal cavity? To lower the temperature other than the body temperature. So what is the correct option? Option A. Very good. Okay, option A is correct. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Very good. Next question. Which of the following is an asexual mode of reproduction? Which of the following is an asexual mode of reproduction? Fertilization, budding, meiosis, gametogenesis. in this, very easy question, in this, which is the asexual mode of reproduction, that is budding, right? Budding is the asexual mode of reproduction. See, all these are the part of sexual reproduction. All these are part of sexual reproduction. So, what is the correct option here? Budding. Budding is the type of asexual reproduction. Next question. The process of transfer of pollen grains. The process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower is known as. What is it known as? Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of a flower. What is it known as? See, it is known as pollination. See, what is it called? Pollination. It is the correct definition of pollination. The process of transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma is called pollination. So, which is the correct option? Pollination is the correct one. Okay, the next question, we can see the next question. See, which of the following statement is true for sexual reproduction? Here are some statements. Which of the following statements are true for sexual reproduction? See here. A, it involves a single parent. See, which of the following statements is true for sexual reproduction? See, is it involve a single parent? No, it won't involve a single parent. Sexual reproduction, two parents are needed. Now see B here. It leads to limited variations in offspring. No, it is the maximum variation. Okay, we can see maximum variations in sexual reproduction because intermixing of genes of two different individuals it is. Now third one, offsprings are genetically identical to parent. No, because two different individuals and two different sets of genes, so offsprings won't be identical to parents. So that statement also not true. Now the D, offspring inherit traits from both parents. Yes, this statement is correct about sexual reproduction. Offsprings inherit traits from both the parents. Next question. Very good. Keep going. Okay, very good. Aryan. Yeah, next question. Binary fission is a mode of reproduction commonly observed in. Binary fission is a mode of reproduction commonly observed in which of the following organism? See, here we have humans, bacteria, flowering plants, animals with external fertilization. In which of the organism we can see this binary fission. See, binary fission usually seen in unicellular organisms, right? So here the answer is bacteria. Bacteria. So bacteria we can see binary fission. Okay, next question. See, identify the incorrect statement from the following. You have to identify the incorrect statement. Here are some statements. Let's read the statement. After fertilization, the zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovary. See the first statement. After fertilization, zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovary. Is it within the ovary? Is it within the ovary or ovule? Ovary or ovule? It is in the ovule, right? So after fertilization, zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovary is wrong. It is in the ovule. Now second one. The ovule develops a tough coat and is gradually converted into a seed. Yes. Yes, it is. The ovule develops a tough coat and is gradually converted to a seed. That is correct statement. Now third statement, if you read, the ovary grows rapidly and ripens to form a fruit. Meanwhile, the petals, sepals, stamen, style and stigma may shrivel and fall off. Yes, the ovary grows rapidly and ripens to a fruit. So that statement is also correct. Now fourth statement, you see, the male germ cell produced by pollen grain fuses with the female gamete present in the anther. See, what is it given? The male germ cell produced by pollen grain fuses with the female gamete present in the anther. Is it the female gamete is present in the anther? What is anther? Anther is male reproductive organ, right? So that statement is also wrong. Now see here, from these four statements, which all these statements are correct and which all are wrong. See here in this option. Okay, come on. Okay, Vaishnav. Okay, see which all these statements are wrong here. A is wrong and see, first statement is wrong and the fourth statement is also wrong. So what you have to identify? The incorrect statement from the following. So first and four are incorrect statement. Okay, first statement and fourth statement is wrong. So option C. Option C. First and fourth is wrong. So option C. Very good. Next question. See, identify the correct statement from the following. From this, you need to identify, you have to identify the correct statement. See here, here are some statements. First statement, the formation of germ cells or sperms take place in the testes. The formation of germ cells or sperms take place in the testes. These are located outside the abdominal cavity in scrotum because sperm production requires a lower temperature than the normal body temperature. Is that statement correct? The formation of germ cells or sperms take place in the testes. These are located outside the abdominal cavity or scrotum because sperm production requires a lower body temperature. Is that statement correct? Yes, that statement is correct. Now second statement, if you see, sperms formed are delivered through the vas deferens which unites with a tube coming from the testis. Is it coming from the testis? See, vas deferens joins to a tube that coming from the testis. Vas deferens is the tube. Vas deferens is the tube that are coming from the testis. It joins to the tube that are coming from the urinary bladder, right? That is what we call the urinogenital duct or urethra. So here, what is it's written here? It is written here testis. So that statement is wrong. It is from the urinary bladder. So that statement is wrong here. Now third one, the urethra thus forms a common passage for both sperm and urine. Yes, urethra is the common passage for both urine and sperm. That is correct. Now fourth one, glands like the prostate and seminal vesicle add their secretion so that the sperms are now in a fluid which makes their transport difficult, and this fluid also provides nutrition. Is that statement correct? Is that statement correct? No. See, this fluid that are produced by seminal vesicle and prostate gland, that is what we call that mixture, we call it as semen, right? See, that liquid, this fluid that makes the transport of sperm easier. Here what is it mentioned? The transport, that makes the transport difficult. So that statement is wrong. So here what you have to find out, in this what you have to find out, how identify the correct statements from the following. Which all are the correct statements here? Which all are the correct statement? Statement 1 is correct. Statement 3 is correct, right? 1 and 3 is correct. Option A. See, option A is correct. 1 and 3 statements are correct and 2 and 4 are wrong. Next question. The process of shedding of uterine lining along with the unfertilized egg. What is the process called? The process of shedding of uterine lining along with the unfertilized egg. What is that process called? Menstruation, right? So which is the correct one here? B, menstruation. The process of shedding of uterine lining along with the unfertilized egg is called menstruation. Now, next question. See, let's move to the next chapter, that is heredity. Okay, here we can see, as I already told this, see, heredity, we have mainly three topics, that is monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and sex determination. Now we are going to do some cross like monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and sex determination related questions. Get ready, take a pen and paper and get ready to write the cross, solve the questions. Okay. Now here, first question is, Mendel conducted his famous breeding experiments by working on the following. See, Mendel conducted his famous breeding experiments with which organism? Which? That is Pisum sativum, right? Pisum sativum. What is Pisum sativum? It is the scientific name of what? Pea plants, right? It is Pisum sativum. That is the scientific name for pea plants. So Mendel done his experiments with the Pisum sativum. Next question. See, here is the 7 contrasting characters of Mendel. Before moving to the cross, we need to know which all are the characters are dominant and which all characters are recessive. Here are Mendel's 7 contrasting characters. Which all are the 7 contrasting characters? See, which all are the 7 contrasting characters of Mendel? See here, the stem height. We can see stem height. What is stem height? 2 characters are there. 2 alleles of this height gene. What is that? 2 alleles. That is tall and dwarf. Tall and dwarf. Here tall is dominant and dwarf is recessive. Now, after stem height, what is that? Flower color. We can write flower color. According to Mendel, he has selected flower color with the violet and white. Violet and white. Here violet is dominant and white is recessive. Now the third one we can write seed color. Seed color. See, seed color. There are 2 characters in seed color. What is that? Yellow and white. Yellow and green. Yellow and green. Here yellow is dominant and green is recessive. Now, pod color. Next one we can write pod color. Pod color is just opposite to that of seed color. In pod color, what is dominant? That is green. Here green is dominant and yellow is recessive. Now pod shape. Pod shape. What is pod shape? Inflated and constricted. Inflated is dominant. Inflated and constricted. Then, see, we have stem, see here, we wrote like flower color. Now, flower position we have to write. What is flower position? Flower position is axial. Axial is dominant and terminal is recessive. Axial and terminal. Now, see here, stem height, that is tall and dwarf. Flower color, violet and white. Seed color, yellow and green. Pod color, green and yellow. Pod shape is inflated and constricted. Flower position is axial and terminal. Now, which is the last one? See, here, seed shape. Seed shape is round and wrinkled. Here, seed shape. round is dominant and wrinkled is recessive. So these are the 7 contrasting characters of mental. Now here you can see yellow, that is seed color and seed shape, flower color and flower position, pod color and pod shape, and stem height. All these are 7 contrasting characters of mental, in which some characters we can mention here. These are dominant characters and these are recessive characters. And what is the difference between dominant characters and recessive character? What is the difference between dominant character and recessive character? Dominant characters are expressed both in homozygous and heterozygous conditions. What is meant by homozygous and heterozygous condition? What is meant by homozygous condition? If both the alleles are same, okay, if both the alleles are same, it is called a homozygous condition. In a gene, if it is capital T, it is homozygous condition. Capital T, small t is heterozygous condition. In this homozygous and heterozygous conditions, which character is expressed, that is called a dominant gene. Okay, dominant character. In both this character, which character is expressed, that is called a dominant character. See, recessive character will express only in a homozygous condition, in the absence of a dominant gene. Now, let's do some cross related with this. Okay, before that, which section of DNA provides information for one protein? See, which section of DNA, which part of DNA that provides information of one protein? That is gene, right? Here, the part of chromosome, which code for a protein is called a gene. So it is gene. Next question. See, independent inheritance of 2 separate traits. Okay, 2 separate traits, that is shape and color of seeds. Okay, in Mendel's cross in pea plants resulted in the observable ratio. We have learnt that if one character is considering for a cross, if one character only crossing, that is called a monohybrid cross. If one character only considering, that is called a monohybrid cross. Here what is it given? 2 characters, 2 different characters. So 2 separate characters are shape and color of seeds. What is that cross called? Dihybrid cross, right? It is a dihybrid cross. It's a dihybrid. It's a dihybrid cross. Now, see, we already know that it is a dihybrid cross. Now, what is the ratio of dihybrid cross? What is the cross ratio of dihybrid cross? That is 9:3:3:1, right? This is the ratio of dihybrid cross. Whatever it may be, any 2 characters, if any 2 characters are considering in a cross, 2 different characters are involving in a cross, that is called a dihybrid cross, and the cross ratio will be always 9:3:3:1. If it is monohybrid cross, the cross ratio will be 3:1, and here it is dihybrid cross because 2 different characters are considering, 2 different characters are there, and the cross ratio will be 9:3:3:1. So option B is the correct one, 9:3:3:1. So you have to see how many characters are there in the cross. If only 1 character in the cross, that will be monohybrid cross, whatever the character may be. If the number of character I am saying, if only 1 character is there, that is monohybrid cross, and the cross ratio will be 3:1. And if 2 characters are together involved, 2 separate characters are there, that is dihybrid cross, and the cross ratio will be 9:3:3:1. Now, let's do the next question. Independent inheritance of two separate traits shape. Okay, that question we have done. Next question. See here, due to the cross between, here one cross you can see, capital T, capital R, small r into small t, small r. See, here the resultant progeny show what percentage of tall red flowered plants. In what percentage we can see tall red flowered plants. See, in this cross, how we will write the gametes? Here we will get capital T, capital R and capital T, small r, right? And here we will get small t, small r. Now, what we have to find out, in what ratio, in what percentage tall red flowered plants are there in this. See, this capital T, capital R and capital T, small r is crossed with the small t, small r. Now here what we will get, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, and here we will get capital T, small r, small r. Now what is this capital T, small t, capital R, small r? This T represents tall because it's dominant, and this R, that is capital, that represent here the red. So this is tall red. Now what about this? Tall. Okay, see here it is tall white, right? Here tall white. Now in what ratio you can see? Very good. In what ratio you can see this tall red? Tall red is in 50%. It is half, right? So in what ratio we can see? That is 50%. 50% is the ratio of tall red colored plants, flowers in this. Next question. Okay, a human male produces sperms with the genotype capital A, capital B, capital A, small b, small a, capital B and small a, small b. See, pertaining to two diallelic characters in equal proportions, what is the corresponding genotype of this person? You have to write the genotype of this person, the cells that is there in this person. Here, what is it written? In human male produces sperms. Sperms means it's a diploid cell, right? Sperms are diploid cells. In sperms, what we can see, these are the possible alleles. What are the different alleles? Capital A, capital B, capital A, small b, small a, capital B and small a, small b. Now, see what is this given? You have to write the genotype of this person. That means in his somatic cells, what will be the genotype? See, it's diploid. Now you have to write the, this is haploid. This is haploid condition in the sperm cell, and you have to write the diploid condition. And what also should be there? That should be in equal proportions. All these alleles should be in equal proportions. So what is the answer? Very good. What is the answer? That is capital A, capital B, small b. So equal proportions. That is option D. Capital A, capital B, small b. Okay, very good. Next question. Cross between. Okay, here you can see a cross. The cross between capital A. Okay, here it is capital A, capital B, and small a, capital B. See, small a, capital B. Now, here you can see what, see, that will form a cross between capital A, small a, capital B, and small a, capital B will form what ratio? See, it is first option, it is given 1 and 1:1 in this ratio. Second option, it is given all capital A, small a, capital B. You can read this. Now, what will be the correct one? Let's do the cross between capital A, small a, capital B, and small a, capital B. See what will be the gametes that is produced here. The chances are capital A, capital B, okay, and small a, capital B. These are the gametes produced from this, right? Capital A, and here one from capital A, capital B, and small a, capital B. Now that is crossed with here only one option, that is small a, okay, small a and capital B. Now if you cross this, okay, that is capital A, capital B, small a, capital B, and here small a, capital B. Now what we will get? Capital A, capital B, capital A, small a, capital B. Here what we will get? Small a, small b. So, see the cross between what we will get? Capital A, small a. So, this is the cross. Okay, this is the cross. What ratio we will get? Capital A, small a. See here, capital A, small a, capital B, and small a, capital B. So, what is the correct one? Option A is correct. Option A is correct here. Now, next question. A cross between capital A, capital B, and small b. See, what is the peculiarity of this cross? See here, capital A, capital B, and small b. It is a pure dihybrid cross, right? See here, this is a pure breeding. These two are pure breeding. Capital A, capital B, small b, pure breeding. So it is a pure dihybrid cross, right? It is a dihybrid cross. It's a dihybrid cross because two different characters are involved. So it's dihybrid cross, right? Dihybrid cross. Now, the ratio of F2 genotypes. What is the ratio of F2 genotypes? See, in dihybrid cross, what will be the ratio? 9:3:3:1 will be the ratio, right? 9:3:1 will be the ratio. See, in a cross between a pure dihybrid, the ratio of F2 genotypes will be, see, now what we have to find out, here we don't want to find out what is the F2 ratio. What we have to find out, what is this capital A, we have to find out capital A, capital B, comma, capital A, small b, and capital A, small b, and also small b. See, it's a pure dihybrid cross, and the cross ratio will be, in F2, the cross ratio will be 9:3:3:1. So, what we have to find out here, see here it is a dominant character, capital A, capital B is pure dominant character, right? It's dominant character. Now, how many dominant characters will be here? If you do the cross, how many capital A and how many capital B you will get? Which is the correct option? Yeah, it will be 1 capital A, capital B will be there. 2 capital A, capital B will be there. And 2 capital A, small b will be there. And the last one, here you can see, this is the recessive parent, right? This is the recessive parent. What is the number of recessive parents in dihybrid cross? What will be the number of recessive parents in dihybrid cross? That is 1, right? 1. 1 will be the number of recessive parent in dihybrid cross. Now see here, it will be 1. So what will be the answer? 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 1. Here we will get in this ratio 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 1. Next question. Here the genotypes of a husband and wife are IA, IB and IA small I. See the genotypes of a husband and wife. Here husband genotype is given IA, IB, and that of wife is given IA, I. Okay. Now among the blood types of their children, how many different genotypes and phenotypes are possible? You want to find out how many genotypes and the phenotypes are possible here. So let's do the cross. IA, see what is it given? IA, IB is crossed with the IA small I. Now we'll do the cross. Capital A, okay, IA will get here. Then it will be crossed with the small I, IA small I. Now this will be crossed with the IA. So IB, IA will get. Then we will get IB small I. IB small I. Now here what is this? What is this IA? What is this IA? A group, right? What about IA small I? That is also A group. That is also A group. Now what is IB? That is AB group. Now what is this IB small I? That is B group, right? B group. Now see what we have to find out, how many genotypes and phenotypes are possible here. What is meant by genotype? The genetic makeup, right? Different genotypes means different genetic makeup. Now how many genotypes are here? See, this is one genotype, this is second genotype, this is third genotype, and this is the fourth genotype. Fourth genotype. So how many different genotypes you can see here? How many different genotypes you can see here? 4, right? You can see 4 different genotypes. Now how many phenotypes are here? How many different characters are showing here? See, IA is A group, IA small I is also A group. Okay. So here we can join these two together because these are same phenotype. Okay, these two are same phenotype. So it is 1, 2, this is different, that is AB group, and IB is also different, this is B group. So how many different characters, how many different blood groups we can see here? 3 different blood groups we can see here. So 4 genotypes we can see and 3 phenotypes we can see. 4 genotypes because 4 different genotypes, right? See, the correct option is, what is the correct option? 4 genotypes and 3 phenotypes. So option B. Option B is the correct one. You can see 4 different genotypes and 3 different phenotypes. Next question. See, number of gametes produced by a homozygous and heterozygous individuals of genotype capital A and capital A small a respectively. How many, see the number of gametes produced by, you have to mention the number of gametes here. Capital A, see here capital A, capital A, small a. How many gametes will be there? How many types of gametes will be there? In capital A, that different types of gametes. Here only one type of gamete will be there. What is the one type of gamete here? That is A. Capital A is the gamete here. Now what about this? Capital A, small a. How many types of gametes will be there in capital A, small a? There will be two types of gametes, right? Capital A and small a. So what is the question? Number of gametes produced by a homozygous and heterozygous individuals of genotype capital A and capital A, small a respectively. So how many you can see here? How many you can see here? 1 and 2. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? See, option A, that is given 1 and 2. Here for capital A only one gamete, because gamete means haploid cell, right? Gamete means haploid cell. Half the number of chromosome only we can see in gamete. So here only one type we will get. If I take this half, we will get only one type. And here capital A, small a, I'll get two types of gametes. Okay. So it will be 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Next. See, a tall true breeding garden pea plant. Okay. Tall true breeding garden pea plant is crossed with a dwarf true breeding garden pea plant. When F1 plants were selfed, the resulting genotypes were the ratio of. See the true breeding. True breeding means we can write capital T is crossed with the true breeding dwarf. True breeding dwarf is small t. Now, see, when the F1 were crossed, here we will get, obviously we will get capital T, small t in F1. When the F1 were crossed, capital T, small t into capital T, small t. The resulting genotypes were the ratio. Okay, what is the resultant genotypes? What we will get in F2? In F2, what we will get? Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t, small t. So, genotypes, we will get genotypes as 1:2:1. Okay, 1:2:1 we will get as genotype. Now, what is it given here? You can see C and D both are having the same, like 1:2:1. But here you can see the explanation. Tall homozygous, yes, tall homozygous. Tall heterozygous, yes, tall heterozygous, and dwarf. Here what is this given? Tall heterozygous. In the second option, what is this given? Tall heterozygous. So that won't be correct. So what is the correct option? That is tall homozygous is the correct one. So we have to select which option? Option C. Option C will be correct because here it is given tall homozygous. Yes, it is tall homozygous. It is not tall heterozygous. Now, let's do the next question. See, what will be the number of chromosomes present in each gamete produced by the plants if the root cells of a species of plant contain 28 chromosomes in all? See, what we have to find out, the number of chromosomes present in the gamete. See, we already learnt what is the importance of gametes. What will be the number of chromosomes in gametes? Gametes are haploid cells, right? Gametes are haploid cells. You have to find out the number of chromosomes in gametes which have the chromosome number 28. The diploid set of chromosome number is 28 and you have to find out the chromosome number. So it will be half, right? The number of chromosomes will be half. It is given 28 means the option C, 14 is the correct one. Half number of chromosome because it is gamete. Next one. See, the number of pairs of sex chromosomes in the zygote of human being is? Number of pairs of sex chromosomes in the zygote. It is given zygote. See, zygote, how many pairs of sex chromosome will be there? How many pairs of sex chromosome will be there? One pair, right? Either it will be XX or it will be XY. So here, what is the number? What is the number of pairs it is asked? Pairs, only one pair it will be. One pair. It will be either XX or XY. Next question. Okay, a zygote that has an X chromosome inherited from the father. Okay, the zygote that has an X chromosome inherited from father will develop into a. See, the gender of the child is determined by the type of sex chromosome inherited from father. Because what is the reason? Already mother, that's ovum contains an X chromosome. There is no option. In ovum there is no option. It will be an X chromosome. Always it will be an X chromosome. See, the type of X chromosome, the type of chromosome coming from father determine the sex of the child. See here from father there are two options. It can be X or Y. It can X or Y. If it is X chromosome, it will be a girl child. If it is Y chromosome, it will be a boy child. Okay. Now here the zygote that has an X chromosome inherited from father. See, the X chromosome is inherited from father means that will be a girl. That will be a girl. Option A. Option A, girl. Next question. A man with blood group A. Okay, a man with blood group A marries a woman having blood group O. What will be the blood group of the child? What are the possibilities? Here it is not mentioned. See the genotype of the, what is the genotype of father, because a man with blood group A can be, it can be IA, okay, we know that the blood group can be IA small I or it can be IA. It is just mentioned A group. Okay, so what are the possibilities? So maximum possibilities when we take IA small I. So let's take the blood group IA small I. Here marries a woman with the blood group O. So what is the genetic? See, the chromosome will be, the alleles will be small I, right? It will be small I. Now, what are the possible blood groups we'll get here? What are the possible blood groups we'll get here? That is A group here and O group. So, what is the correct option here? Equal chance of acquiring blood group A and blood group O. Okay, equal chance of acquiring blood group A and O. So, here there are two chances. Don't write only A or O because here it is not mentioned. The man has blood group, that is the genotype is not mentioned, whether it is IA or IA small I. So the chances, you have to write the maximum chances. What will be the maximum chance? Maximum chance will be equal chance of acquiring blood group A or O group. Okay. Next question. Let's make it 100. A female receive X chromosome from. A female receive X chromosome from only mother, only father. From both mother and father, female does not receive X chromosome. See, what is the chromosome makeup in female? What is the chromosome makeup? That is XX. See, XX. So it receive X chromosome from, see what the sex of the child. Sex of a child is determined by which chromosome is inherited from, which chromosome it receives from father, right? Which chromosome it inherits from father. A female receive X chromosome from, father, right? A female receive X chromosome from father. But here, see, it is 2 X chromosome, right? 2 X chromosome. 1 X chromosome is coming from mother and another X chromosome from father. So it receive X chromosome from both mother and father. So which is the correct option? Both mother and father. Option C. The last question, that is the 100th question. See, a geneticist crossed 2 pea plants and got 50% tall and 50% dwarf in the progeny. Okay. Now one plant was heterozygous tall and the other was dwarf. See, let's do the cross. See how we will get the progeny. 50%. A geneticist crossed 2 pea plants and got 50% tall and 50% dwarf in the progeny. And what is the reason given? One plant was heterozygous tall. What is heterozygous tall? Capital T, small t, and the other was dwarf, that is small t, small t. Now we will get capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t, small t, and small t, small t. Here it is 50% tall, another 50% is dwarf. So what is the correct option here? If we get 50%, it will be option A. Okay, if both the statements are true and it is the correct explanation, then only we will get 50%. Now, rest of the questions we will discuss the next day. Tomorrow we will discuss rest of the questions. The final revision will be tomorrow. So let's meet tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Thank you.